Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no heroica, blu, blu, blu. Con Bell O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con un ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Saturday Night InSaNiTy. Let's get the boys. The boys are kind of in here. Let's get them in here, good and proper. And shit, I gotta.
Are we muted still?
F11 key. There we go. Okay.
Are we muted? Are we muted? Hello? Are we muted?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they can hear all of your annoyingness in full effect.
Yes.
What the hell was that? What?
Fucking Twitch
suckers! Oh, it was a notification saying that I'm streaming. I should go and watch me then.
Oh, fuck you, your notification.
Speaking of which, I should probably tell the world that we're live.
Hey,
we
world,
are live, world. Come and join the liveness. The liveness.
It's alive!
I'm totally alive.
So alive.
Yeah, so there we go. Best controller.
Hey, thanks, Iceman. Let's go insane.
Everything is
Hell
insane.
yeah.
Oh, look. It looks like JL broke the cardinal fucking rule.
What?
Didn't he? Where did I see?
What do you mean?
Didn't I just fucking see where's SNI? Is SNI happening?
Yeah.
Where the fuck? What channel was that in?
Uh-oh.
What channel was that in?
Damn it.
There. In movies, JL, is SNI happening? JL, you fucking know better.
You know. You know.
Fucking know.
You know you who knows.
No, it's happening unless we say it's not.
You are the ones who are the ball lickers.
What he said.
What?
Also, what is up with you racist motherfuckers and your goddamn usage of this white emote set? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh,
Are you
God.
racist against yellow fucking brick people?
You racist
Lego
against the
too.
Simpsons?
Fucking Lego people are people too, you sons of bitches. Use the fucking
Lego
yellow,
people.
you racist fucks. Nobody cares what race you are.
Wow.
Jesus. Just fucking like it or don't.
Hashtag.
Oh, I gotta choose the white one because I'm white.
Hashtag Discord problems.
Hashtag SJW problem.
SJW Discord problems. Yeah, cool. I have one pickup this week, but it's a good one.
I have 19.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? How did that happen?
And 14 of them all came at once. And they're kind of all very similar, but yeah, there's a lot of them. I'm actually wearing one of them right now.
Excellent.
So
I'm just notifying
early preview pickup.
Me6 worked
the
finally.
social media verse here.
Me6,
Beautiful.
Me6.
Me6 is sometimes unreliable with your stream.
Existence is pain.
The way the Me6 spot is great because it works unless it doesn't. But when it does it only works after you've already announced at when.
Yeah, oh yeah, that happens to me all the time. It's like, fucking Me6, it didn't post my thing, so I'll just post it manually and complain about Me6, and then like a minute later, Me6 posts the thing, and I'm like,
I know.
fuck's sake, I'm being trolled by a bot.
I was live for over an hour. It did nothing. I finally posted it. And the second I posted it, The second I posted, Me6 responded with, Skinslip is live. I'm like, fucking hell.
Then you just
Yeah,
look like
the
an
rare
idiot.
times
Like,
I actually
why are you double
Hey.
posting everything, you freak?
It's pretty good about posting most things. I miss the YouTube video every now and then. You know.
I will say this: V6 has not posted a damn thing about when I've been live
Oh, are
for
you?
easily the last 6 months.
Oh,
You're on the thing.
Oh,
So
I know I'm on the
okay,
thing
he's
'cause
in
it's
the
done it
thing.
before.
You're
But
on
it
the
just-
thing.
The last few times I've live streamed, it didn't do it at all.
just go ahead
It
and
never posted.
just go ahead and promote it yourself with the @everyone thing.
Things
All right, so Twitter and Facebook have been notified. Let the masses appear. So,
Appear.
did anything exciting happen in the world of geekosity this week? Oh, Titans is on Netflix now, everywhere except the U.S. You have to get the DC Universe streaming service if you live in the country in which it is made. Everywhere else you can watch it on Netflix.
VPN.
VPN
Hold on, I gotta roll.
doesn't work on
Star Wars
Netflix
talk.
anymore.
That's bullshit.
Hold on, I gotta roll.
No,
through
it's
this
not.
conversation.
I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying
Okay.
it's bullshit that it does.
Oh, I see.
I gotta roll through
Yeah,
another
yeah.
conversation about the Star Wars movies not being released on video.
Uh-huh.
Again.
What? Really? There still hasn't been an announcement
Oh.
about the original uncut theatrical cuts of Star Wars trilogy being released on home video? Really? Still? Oh,
should just-
when are they going to do that? I'm
We
so
should have an
like
update on that
stressed
every
out
week, just
about
like-
waiting for them. I just don't understand why George Lucas wouldn't release them and Disney won't now that Disney owns all of things Lucas. Why? Why
There-
Zaranizerac? Why won't they release them? To which I always say, I don't fucking know. Stop asking me.
Go Stoudman.
I was just saying we should do a weekly update on that and just be like, you know,
They
it's
still
a-
haven't announced it.
It's time for a weekly update
Not yet.
on whether or not they put the original Star Wars cuts on Blu-ray.
It's gonna
And
I
get
got
to the
news
point-
here. I pulled up the news.
And we're done.
There.
I pulled up
No, I was
news.
gonna say
Every week.
Sorry, go
it's
ahead.
just gonna get to the point to where we all come into the live stream and we all just hold up a sign that says it's not out yet.
That's where your SNI
Yeah.
starts being. It's still no Star Wars.
Still no Star Wars original cuts on Blu-ray.
Star Wars.
All right, so
Star Wars Day
Oh, he did. Hey,
26,042.
congrats, JL. You took the spot again, but you did it by saying "dick." You didn't use your usual thing that you say when you do that.
My dad actually watched the Big Bang Theory episode where "That's My Spot" came from earlier today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
well, it's like a running joke on there.
I got the news for the week.
Oh yeah, but where that specific audio clip came from.
Oh, yeah, it's the one where Sheldon's in jail.
Yeah, he just gets home.
Week for news,
and
actually.
Yeah.
yeah, he turns around and he just goes, "That's my spot."
Yeah.
He goes and sits down.
Well, actually,
That's
no.
my
The one where I got it. Yeah, there it is. The one where I got it from was when he was in jail, and there's like a bench, and there's three guys sitting on the bench, and he points to the one on the end and says, "That's my spot." It's his usual spot on the couch, right? So.
Yeah, because I think he says it again when he gets home.
Probably. He says a lot.
All right.
It was tricky though finding one that I could use because most of the instances of it were a variation of it, like you're sitting in my spot or get out of my spot, or the audience would be laughing uproariously over half of the line. So the jail one was the only one that was clean because it was unexpected that he was going to say it, right? So they weren't the audience. wasn't ready for it. So.
Sorry, guys.
So, you've got something you wish to say, Skinslip?
Only for 5 minutes.
I really did have to cough. I just chose to cough into the mic. All right. Okay. There's a 6th Final Destination happening.
Oh, yes. That's right.
That got announced. Netflix is being sued over the Choose Your Own Adventure tagline for Bandersnatch.
Specifically, what it was is he mentions the main character mentions Choose Your Own Adventure by name, describing the type of story that he's adapting into a video game.
Yes.
And the thing is, that's a trademarked brand. It's not just, you know.
Yep.
So if he had said something different just to indicate it's like it's a branching story where you can pick your own path through the narrative
All right, here's the other big news.
Yeah.
Star Trek 4 has been canceled, and Paramount is done with that series.
So that's it. It's a trilogy, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, that's fine. Trilogy's
Well,
good.
I know they were having some issues behind the scenes with some of the cast. They wanted some, like Chris Pine didn't want to come back, I think, and then there was also one of the other actors didn't want to come back. It was Chris Hemsworth as Kirk's father. So they were going to have like some kind of time travel story where Kirk got to meet his father, and but the two Chris's they couldn't come to an agreement with them, like on the negotiation table, to the point where they were basically saying they weren't going to do it. And I'm assuming that was the beginning of the downward spiral of problems for that movie, and until in the end they decided just to can it, which is unfortunate because I like that series, especially the first and third ones. I wasn't overly impressed with the second one, but the first and third ones are quite good, and I love the cast in it. I thought it was a great, new cast for those characters.
One last piece of news. The biggest piece of news. The one thing we've been waiting for other than Star Wars. Second Sight posted, "It's happening," in a Dawn of the Dead poster.
Oh, yes, like some kind of...
It's fucking happening! We're getting a goddamn fucking Blu-ray!
But here's the thing, though. In what form? Because there have been deluxe editions released in the UK before that had all the cuts, but some were standard def only, some were...
4K only. No
Second
Blu-ray.
Sight is
Yeah.
a Criterion level company, though.
Oh, okay.
Or almost. They're a little bit lower. They're like Scream Factory, but better
Alright.
quality control.
Cool.
But will
Not going to
it
jab
be-
at them too much, but better quality control by a long shot.
Will it be in English?
It's a UK company, dude.
Do they speak
Yeah.
English in the UK? I thought they only spoke British and
Okay,
Scottish.
so here's the thing. Second Sight has dealt with several small companies here in the U.S.
Mhm.
Most notably, they have dealt with Severin. And Severin last year said they had a title that you wouldn't believe they were going to be releasing.
Uh-huh.
And so I think that maybe Severin might be releasing Dawn of the Dead.
Like, so
Later this
releasing
year.
it over here, and then Second Sight releases it over there.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty sweet.
because that was a very expensive property, and I think the only way that was going to do is if two companies cooperate on it, and it wasn't going to happen from the same territory. And Arrow and
That's-
Severin, and so Arrow competes in the U.S. So
Mhm. Well, I mean, to be fair, the rest of those movies we've had split across, like, how many different companies? Like, Criterion did Night of the Living Dead, Scream Factory did Day and Land, and, like, one of the other ones. And Arrow's done Day of the
they're doing
Dead,
the new ones too, the Diary and whatever.
and then whoever released those ones.
I think they announced those, but I don't think they're out yet.
Yeah. But,
I was sick of
Yeah.
people calling Diary of the Dead Diarrhea of the Dead.
Diarrhea of the Dead.
Diary of the Dead's good. It's a reboot. It's a soft
Yeah,
reboot.
I liked it.
alright.
I thought it
That's
was
alright.
fun.
Is that the one that's like a reality, like a found
Yeah.
footage
It's like
type
a
one?
found footage
It's
movie.
supposed,
Yeah.
it's quote unquote takes place in the same night. But it's just a soft reboot, honestly. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not
Pretty good.
horrible. It's not great.
I've seen
but,
it
yeah,
once.
it's a lot of fun.
I've seen that and Survival of the Dead once each. I don't remember anything about them.
Survival of the Dead is notable for one thing in which that George Romero finally defined that it's a biblical horror.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter how you die, you come back as a zombie.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was bullshit because it counteracted all the previous Night of the Living Dead.
No, it doesn't.
All the previous, you had to die from the zombie. You don't.
No.
You're just
I mean,
stand up.
a zombie bite is lethal, but it's not the cause of you turning into a zombie. That was how I always interpreted it. It was
It's
just-
always been a bite or
it just
scratch.
Yeah, but then how do you explain all the ones that came back to life initially? They weren't all bitten by zombies because zombies weren't around yet.
Yeah, like the ones that dug themselves out of graves.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But you never see in any of the other films someone who dies in natural causes and sits up and becomes a zombie.
You do.
No, who?
Sure you do. Well, I don't remember every fucking character's name, but
No, in the first movie, the girl was bitten when they were trying to escape. That was the whole point.
the girl was
That's why she
bitten.
was sick. Yeah, that's why she was sick.
But then
'Cause
there's
she was
all the
infected.
zombies that were there to begin with.
I know. That is
So-
a good point. But my point
Yeah,
being, like,
so-
any victim shown on screen,
So I mean,
have all been bitten or scratched.
So I mean, what it was that something had happened that was causing the dead to rise up again afterwards and become zombies or Walking Dead, and then
but like
or
I'm saying,
Living Dead. Sorry, Living Dead.
other than that first film, it's never shown that people die of any other cause other than being bitten or scratched and becoming a zombie afterwards. Like, that's why I feel like Survival of the Dead kind of betrayal of the
I think that's a misinterpretation, though. It's just that
possible.
it wasn't ever meant to be that's what causes it, because it goes against the logic of the original batch of zombies that started the whole thing. It's just that it's more interesting to see someone get gnawed to death and more horrifying than it is to see someone get shot in the leg and bleed out for 5 hours and then come back, you know.
Do you think they would have someone like fall down some stairs and die and then just stand up and then like you'd be like, oh, but no, it never happens.
Because like The Walking Dead dealt with that as well. I mean, there was kind of this misconception that it was the bites, and then it was like, no, it's just anybody who dies.
Everyone's infected.
Because from whatever call it the incident was that caused this plague to happen, it's now just a thing that happens when you die, unless you're shot in the head or dismembered or whatever. Your head will reanimate.
Headshot.
It's always about the headshots. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's interesting, like because Romero, up until Survival, that he never definitively stated. So it's assumed that perhaps the initial wave of zombies are the only ones who are reanimated, and then all their bites cause the.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I always
assumed. Like,
I never thought of it like that.
It's fine.
I just thought of it
that was not very good.
That they're just showing the zombie kills because it's more horrifying. But
I think the fact that you don't remember anything of them is very telling.
From
it's not very memorable.
My one viewings of them, yeah. I remember more about. I've only seen Land of the Dead once, and I actually remember a fair amount about that one.
Yes, sir.
Ooh-ee-oh-ah. Ooh-ee-oh-ah. Walla walla ting tang.
There's some other news that the friendly people in the chat reminded me of this week. Just heard about, apparently there's going to be a 200-plus inch TV that Samsung is coming out with.
Jesus.
And it's going to be 8K. They are going 8K.
That's hilarious.
Which, like, everybody's asking, like, they're talking about what would we do with 8K? They're going to make 8K formats. I'm just like,
how the fuck are you going to fit a 200-inch TV in your fucking front door?
Oh, they'll make it.
Even would be the point.
They'll make it.
Okay.
There is no point, but they'll make it.
Try and sell it, but, like, if you're thinking of buying it, I am pleading with you not to.
Yeah.
There will be no noticeable difference, I promise you. There will be none.
200 inches is about the size you would want for 4K to see the difference between 4K and 1080p. Between 8K and 4K, you're not going to see any difference.
Now, I could see if Samsung built into this TV a streaming service for their 8K films.
No.
For showing on the TV. That would be neat, because then you'd have really cool color depth. It'd be more color depth than 4K, right? So you get things that would look realistic would look even more realistic. It would be very photorealistic. Visuals would look like it was a window at that point.
Basically,
pixel density.
Yeah, because at this point, it's getting to the point where the pixels are so tiny that your eye cannot see them. So
you can't even tell really a 4K unless you sit close enough.
Yeah. Well, most 4K TVs are not large enough that you would see the pixels anyway, so that's why, you have this incredible pixel density, and that's, great, but I still don't see the point unless you've got it like an 80-inch TV or bigger.
Computer monitors.
Yeah, I have a 4K monitor here.
Yeah, for a computer monitor, yes, because you get shit tons of screen real estate, and, like, that's awesome, but,
mine's early 4K, so it's a 4K 2K.
That.
So it's only 2K color space, sadly, but...
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, mine's the same thing because it was only $200.
Yeah, it was cheap. Exactly. It was cheap, and I needed a new monitor because my other one died. So it was like, well, mine's
full 4K.
I went with the 4K only because it gave me more screen real estate for editing, which is really helpful when you've got like 14 tracks open. You can now see them all.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I had the stupid smug look on my face.
Yeah, I know.
Your normal look. Your standard operating look.
You're good at that look.
It's your natural look. It's what you look like when you're resting face.
See, some people have resting bitch face or resting asshole face. Stout has resting smug face.
And my ginger face.
And my sister has resting bitch face.
Yes, there you go. Excellent. And guys can have resting asshole face.
So
resting ass face.
Resting ass face.
other news: Paramount has canceled Star Trek 4.
We already talked about that.
Yep. Moving on.
Did someone just say that?
No.
Oh, okay. We just had like a big conversation about that. Where were you, Stoud?
Looking for stuff to talk about afterward.
Oh, okay.
Dealing with his resting smug face.
Not paying attention because I was looking for other stuff to talk about.
Right.
Fair enough.
What else?
Understood, sir.
Not much else really that I can think of. Oh, thank you, Skinslip.
I always hope to scare you.
What?
I'd say I'm about 50% on scaring the shit out of you with your own alert.
That is a good one, though. See, when I put those sound alerts together, I edited the sound slightly so that there was not even a split second's pause at the start of the sound. So as soon as it hits, it's just like boom, like a slap in the face, a kick in the nuts,
Poking the
simultaneously.
We could mention that thing with The Rock, but I don't know.
Oh, the Resident Evil 2 remake
There are
demo was
political
released.
connotations to it.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, Resident Evil 2.
Oh yeah, the one-shot demo.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah.
I can say briefly. The thing with The Rock was it the Daily Star published what they claimed was an interview with The Rock, and The Rock said, "Yeah, that's completely fake. I didn't have an interview with them," and that was it.
Proving that he's probably one of the best people ever.
Well, and basically because in the
He's just like, I wouldn't say that. You know me.
well, hold
You
on,
know I
hold
wouldn't
on,
say something less.
hold on a second. Yeah, he's basically was supposedly like in the interview. He supposedly said a bunch of like negative shit about millennials, and he said, "You know me. I would never berate any group whatsoever. That's just not who I am. You know, I love everybody." So
It's true.
yeah, that's right. He's not about cutting down. He's about lifting up. He's a very positive person. And,
I follow his Instagram. It's fucking motivational. I'm like, I feel like I can't get anything done. I go and watch it. He's up at 4 a.m. No matter where he is in the world. He's up at 4 a.m. lifting more weights than you weigh, probably. You know, eating more food than you'll eat all fucking day for one meal. Hi, Cass. And he's always fucking positive. So I don't believe he would shit talk anybody.
No, I don't think so either. That's
not on the record, at least.
Not in his nature.
Just
don't.
I mean, shock and horror. A tabloid made up an article. Oh my god. they fabricated information. What are the odds?
News?
Yeah.
Real fake news?
I mean, usually they have a bit more subtlety to it, but this is just very blatant.
Yeah. Oh, Major Metallica reminds me, the Fright Night Blu-ray is coming out from Sony, and apparently it's going to be loaded with extras. So the original 1985 one, previously only available twice from Twilight Time as 2 limited edition releases. I missed both of them. Then there was a UK one that was apparently region free and not bad. But this is apparently going to be some big honkin' deluxe edition. It has, what's it, like a 3-hour-long documentary or something? 3.5 hour long documentary.
Yeah, which was previously available, by the way.
Called, I think it's You're So Cool, Brewster.
Yeah, it was available from Synapse Blu-ray.
It was
standalone.
Yeah, as a standalone. So it's actually
with its own set of extras, by the way, which aren't available on the Fright Night.
Oh, there you go. So anyway, so you're getting that and a whole bunch of extras, and finally getting like an official release of the movie here.
It's going to have everything from the Twilight Time except the isolated sound, because obviously that's a Twilight Time thing.
Yeah. The well, through
the
their
moment when you opened up your chicharrones upside down.
Their association of with Screen Archives, but yeah, that's one I will definitely get. Strong Sad says that Bungie apparently severed all ties with Activision, and Activision's stock prices immediately plummeted.
and Bungie took the rights to Destiny and Walker. Basically, they basically divorced and got the kids.
Wow,
which is huge.
Man.
I got a really huge chip for my
Awesome.
first one.
I wonder what that means for Blizzard and Destiny in my purchase of Destiny through Blizzard's store.
Oh, I don't know. But fuck, like I remember being an old fart that you know, Activision being one of the kings of the castle. They next to Atari, they put out more games for the Atari 2600 than any other company. I mean, it was either an Atari or Activision title most of the time. They were like king of the heap there. But
speaking of
how the mighty have fallen.
Speaking of Bandersnatch, there's that guy. I don't want to give too much away or anything, but there's the guy in the video game company who describes what his plans are for the video game company.
Yes.
And the way he described it to me was like, so you want to be Activision then?
Yeah. Yeah.
I shall see it. Yeah.
Yeah, Bandersnatch is good. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot.
My girlfriend watched it all in one day, so.
Yeah, she went through all the different choices. I gather, right? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think actually she still has a few she hasn't found.
There's a few I haven't found.
She's not cheating, you know.
No, there's a few that I haven't found either. But no, the thing is, if you make a choice that leads immediately to the death of the main character or just to the end of the story in some way, it automatically goes back to the choice point and lets you choose a different option or choose the same option again if you want. But there are certain points where, after you get to a certain point, it will just end if you get to, like, you'll get to one of the actual endings. And,
It'll just be like, fine.
well, no, there's ones that, like...
God damn it, I shouldn't have picked the Thompson twins. I knew it!
Like, I think there's a specific arc that they want you to follow through so you get a complete story. And some of the endings that you get partway through, just by making stupid choices or whatever, are hilarious and sometimes tragic and dark, or sometimes just weird, because, I mean, this is Black Mirror after all. But not really a proper ending to the story, so it takes you back. It's like, yeah, you fucked up big time, so we're going to take you back, and you choose a different path this time, and see where it goes from there.
I need to see it. I really just need to see it.
It's really cool the way they did it. I really like that, and I can't believe the Choose Your Own Adventure people are being such dicks about it.
Well, here's the thing, right? Choose Your Own Adventure is technically their copyright, or trademark, but also it's a really generic thing to say.
Yeah,
Yep.
It is.
So if Netflix really wants to fight it, they're probably not going to, but they really want to fight it. They could actually probably make a argument that's a generic statement about a whole genre of
like, yes,
fiction
it's a brand. It's a brand name that has become a description for the type of product, not just that specific brand. Like,
Yeah, but the problem is we don't
like,
have an
hold on.
alternative name for the type
Hold
of
on.
product.
Just like Kleenex has become
was gonna
synonymous
say,
with tissues. You know,
Yeah.
you say Kleenex, you're not necessarily citing the brand. It's just the brand has become so integrated into popular culture that you immediately identify tissues as Kleenex.
And that's why Kleenex cannot, and that's why other people can use the word Kleenex on a product.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. This is why Google doesn't want you to say, I want to Google something, because they don't want that same thing to happen. They're a brand, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the term just Google it.
Yeah.
You see advertisements, most of the time the advertisement is comparing itself to another product.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's comparing itself to Burger King, you know?
Yeah.
Or
Alien Blackout, the Alien Isolation sequel, turned out to be a mobile game that got very disproportionate hype, and everybody's really pissed off and disappointed.
Well, where did they misconstrue that was a mobile game? It was in the trailer.
Oh, they just hyped it up first.
Well, no, dude. It was like announced and hyped up through like sort of vague social media posts and stuff for quite some time before the trailer dropped, so nobody knew what it was. But the way that those little hints were dropped suggested that it was going to be a full-blown sequel and some kind of multimedia event with possibly like Dead Space with a tie-in like movie or books or something like that, because it said read, play, watch. And there was just all these little posters sort of indicating that it was going to be a sequel to Alien Isolation. They've since come out and said it's not a sequel, it's a standalone thing, just happens to also follow Amanda Ripley. And it wasn't revealed until the trailer that it was actually a mobile game. So it was kept very secret. So, I mean, why would they not say that right up front? New mobile game coming. Because the original wasn't a fucking mobile game. It was on all the consoles and PC. Like, it was a big AAA title. Fucking bullshit. So
there were rumors flying around saying that Hideo Kojima was being asked to help them work on this. So, like, spare me this bullcrap. Oh, you should have known. There's no way when they sell it like that, when they're trying to get you to believe that it's one thing, they're obviously overtly trying to get you to believe it's one thing.
Yeah.
There's no way that it's acceptable for them to be like, oh no, this is just a fucking browser game. Or not a browser.
They didn't say it was a mobile game to begin with, and they knew they would get backlash.
Yeah.
They want you to talk about them for a few days, and then they'll get the backlash.
Yeah. Well, how about just be fucking honest about what the product is from the get-go, instead of... I mean, there's nothing... you know, just a little like coming to mobile devices. You know, a new chapter in the Alien Saga, something. Instead of trying to make it all like, what's the fucking term I'm looking for? Where they're being all secretive and vague and,
Vague?
Huh?
Vague?
Vague. Well, I said vague. No, there's another word for it I'm trying to think of. I can't think of it. Anyway,
Cryptic?
Cryptic, that's the one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Being all cryptic about it and creating the things piss people off is it seems like they very deliberately and intentionally created this false impression that it was going to be something bigger than it was, just to generate some buzz before they dropped the announcement. But obviously someone didn't think things through. It's like, well, people might be a little pissed off thinking that this thing that we're claiming is related to this AAA console and PC game that, you know, made millions of dollars and was a huge hit, even though they didn't think it was. And then just pull the rug out under them when we actually announce what it is. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they did the same thing with Command & Conquer.
It's bullshit.
And Diablo 4.
That's the thing, though. It's like
Yeah, Diablo is
we had
another one.
this issue happened before where people were completely underwhelmed by a mobile game. Maybe it's time to rethink your approach to announcing these games when people fucking hate the way you announce them.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
and I
like
get it. It's people being disappointed in the way it's being announced.
Yeah.
Nothing
Well,
wrong
it's
with
misleading. It's deliberately misleading.
Yeah.
And that's only going to hurt your product because now you've got all this negative backlash about it instead of positive buzz. You know, it's like they're kind of banking on any advertising is good advertising. No, you underestimate the power of the internet, my friends. If people put it out there that your product sucks and you lied and deceived to get people to buy it, they're not going to buy it. Period. I'm not going to fucking buy it. I don't care about your little alien mobile game. Fuck that. I want, like, a proper follow-up. I mean, the first one ends on a cliffhanger, for God's sake. Can we have some resolution?
No.
But no, apparently not, because even though... Now, this shocked me when I heard it, but who was Activision that put it out, wasn't it? We were talking about Activision?
Ah! I'm insane with anger!
Anybody?
I mean, yeah, earlier.
Yeah.
No, it was Activision that put out Alien Isolation, was it not? Am I misremembering
I
that?
think so, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was.
I just don't remember. That's
I
the
don't
thing.
remember.
I
Okay.
feel like it's UK, but I don't know why. I think
Well, it might be 2K, actually.
Maybe it was
It
2K.
might be
Fox did it.
Okay.
Fox. Okay. Fox Interactive.
Well, Fox was the studio, but I mean,
Yeah.
there was a game company that put it up. Fuck, I could just go over and grab it, but I forgot. Anyway, the studio that put it out considers it to have been a failure, which shocked me because I don't know anybody who didn't talk about or play that game or own it. It was Sega. Sorry, thank you, Strongstad. I knew it was one of the older studios. But yeah, anyway, it was, but that shocked me. But apparently it was because it was so expensive to make, I guess, with all the cast and the production value and stuff, that they just didn't make enough money back. So because of that, it was considered a failure, and as such, we'll never get a AAA sequel to it. So that sucks.
Yeah. Actually, it was made by Creative Assembly. It was published by Sega.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. It was the publisher.
Yeah.
Considered it a failure.
Yeah, the same people that did like all the Rome, Total War, and medieval games.
The publisher probably owns the rights.
It was so good that it was overly ambitious, and now we'll never see a sequel to it.
Basically,
It
yeah.
was so good.
It was. It was like it's.
If I were the company, I would make a spiritual sequel right away. Like, all right, well, let's.
I mean, I think it's honestly, I think it's
Yeah.
one of the best sci-fi horror games ever.
Understatement.
And
I think it really is.
it was so freaking scary in
Visceral.
all the right ways. Yeah.
Visceral is how I describe it. I've never even played the damn thing.
Yeah. No, it was. It really was just so tense and
Surprised
terrifying.
it wasn't made by Visceral.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Watched a really good interview with Glenn Schofield, actually, speaking of which. Some gaming channel interviewed him for the 10th anniversary of Dead Space. And he talked about... Glenn Schofield was the creator of Dead Space. He was like the original guy who came up with it. And I've seen a lot of interviews with him before, like back when the game was still hadn't come out yet, like sort of production diaries and stuff. It was really interesting. But yeah, he was kind of looking back on it 10 years later and talking about how it came about and sort of what their philosophy was in terms of designing the scares and stuff. And it was really interesting stuff. I posted it on I think on the Zeranizerek fan page, the Facebook page. So check that out. It was Vermin Art that actually pointed me to it. So thanks, Vermin. But really interesting stuff if you like some Dead Space. So yeah. Good stuff.
I don't have a problem with mobile games.
Uh-huh.
I think that there's a great way to do mobile games, and I know why companies to make them because they can make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
But I feel like there are far too many companies trying to take like a AAA idea and fit it onto a fucking phone game.
Yeah.
It's not that you can't do that. It's not that it's impossible to put like a AAA game on a phone. Phones nowadays are capable of a lot of shit. But
yeah, of course.
Just because it's capable doesn't mean that's what people are going to use it for.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean people are going to use it like that. Those aren't the kind of games that people play and then pay a lot of money to play on their phones. So
I don't want to be scared
don't
shitless on the
put a
bus.
AAA game on a fucking phone because it will never work.
Yes.
I don't want to be scared shitless in the shitter either, by the way.
Iceman, Skyrim on mobile. Yeah, see, the kind of things I like to play on a phone and what I see a lot of other people typically playing on a phone, just little games. Little nothing time waster games like fucking Angry Birds and Flow and maybe like a light strategy game like Plants vs. Zombies or something like that. Just something that you don't need to invest a lot of time in. You just put it on to kill some time while you're riding the bus, and that's it. You don't want to get into some big, like, elaborate narrative game, like an Alien game, on your fucking phone.
I mean, we don't, but maybe someone does. I don't see why there's a reason why someone wouldn't. It's just
I don't know.
With the prevalence of Android devices that aren't phones that can now play games too. I mean, I get it. I don't. That's not where I want to play it. That's not where I want it. So I'm not going to play the game.
People
but see that's the difference though. Duncan says I'm playing Skyrim on my Switch while waiting for someone in a car. It's amazing. Yeah, but the thing is, you're just doing that to continue the game you're playing at home. You know, you're kind of. I mean, that's a little bit different. I mean, first off, a Switch is bigger than a phone, and I think it's a little bit bigger than a typical tablet too. But
that's what Steve needs to look into.
But you go home and you plug it back into your dock, and you're playing it on your TV. So you just continued an existing game that you're already playing. Like if Skyrim only existed on that little platform there, or on a tablet, say without the controllers, I highly doubt you'd be playing it at all on that type of device. Now Switch is different because it's literally a portable console, so with the controllers and everything, it's not just all touchscreen. So it's definitely better in that respect.
Imagine if Steam made a app that allowed you to play games on your phone.
Okay.
Now they tried to make something that let you play games on your TV and stuff like that, and it didn't do too well.
No,
I have that.
If it was on your phone, I mean, I'm sure it works and it's great and everything. I'm just saying.
No, I'm thinking actually they should instead think more like the Switch and build a mobile PC.
Yeah.
That will play the current PlayStation games. I remember computer games.
Your mobile PC right here.
No, it's not. It runs Android.
I know.
That's why I'm saying a game. So I know they were doing their own Steam OS and stuff, but like,
yeah,
I could stretch that all the way out. But anyway,
that's what she said.
You're like it runs Android, which is the derivative of Linux, which is a desktop platform.
Right. If there's a Steam machine, right, and it was like a fucking like the Switch, and I could play it portable and dock it, and play at home, I would buy the shit out of that thing. That would be awesome. Just putting that out there, Steam.
NVIDIA tried that.
They did.
They did with the original version of the Shield.
Mm-hmm.
It was an Android-based mobile platform.
Well, I mean,
yes.
Let's
and
not.
You could plug it in HDMI out to a TV.
Cool, but I mean, let's not forget the greatest handheld device ever created, way ahead of its time.
I was looking.
No. The company that really had the right idea when it came to cell phones and stuff like that. I'm, of course, talking about the Nokia N-Gage. Now that was a force to be reckoned with. That was an amazing piece of technology.
So sad he crashed his Ferrari because he was a mob boss.
The the thing is great about the Nokia N-Gage, and I think this was a really good design strength, was that you actually had to take the back panel off and remove the battery in order to change the cartridge. So that ensured that you would only put games in there that you really wanted to play and play for a very long time.
And on the rare occasion that you actually wanted to talk on the phone on your Nokia N-Gage, because it was a phone.
It was also a phone, yes.
And it was like talking into a taco.
It
so
was
if you've ever wanted,
shaped like a taco, yes.
It sounded like you were listening to it sounded like you were listening to a cave. Like you're just hearing someone yelling to them, "Hello!"
See?
So imagine someone taking like their DS, turning it sideways, and slapping it up against their face.
Yes. Duncan just said, my cousin had an N-Gage. He had one game.
There's a reason for that.
Nobody wants to dismantle the entire fucking device just to change the game.
At least you can do that. Have like a thing that like cradles the battery in the cover, so you can just take the cover off and replace your game. Suddenly you don't have such a problem because I don't have to take this off, put this on the table, put this out.
You know what the genuine sad part is? This is what's truly sad about the N-Gage. Spec-wise, it was impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, it played like Need for Speed. It played Tomb Raider. It played Duke 3D. It played games that were never ever before on a handheld. Like we didn't see graphics like this on a mobile platform.
Yeah, like the hardware was good.
Was phone.
It was just a shitty design.
So cumbersome. You ever wanted to play a game that was widescreen but vertical?
It's true. It was widescreen vertical.
It was a vertical widescreen.
It was ahead of its time because that's how our cell phones are now.
Yeah.
That's how they are now.
It was literally playing video games through a window.
Like it is now on a cell phone.
Like
it literally was ahead of its time.
Wow.
I'm saying the N-Gage was a real trailblazer, guys.
Yeah, by Nokia. So I mean, that thing was practically bulletproof. You know,
it literally weighed the same as the foundation of the house you're in, but you know, and that's why we can build upon it like a foundation.
Damn it, my pants keep falling down.
The thing was like 4 pounds or some shit.
Yes, and I totally wanted to go, hello. I was like.
No, it was thicker than a DS. I'm almost positive it was thicker than a DS.
Oh yeah, it was
the original
like
DS. I mean, yeah, it was literally like a hamburger. It was a hamburger of a phone. It was giant.
Hold on a second, I'm grabbing a picture here.
Yes. Make sure you grab the picture of the original version.
Well, I don't.
You struggle to find pants that can fit close in the pocket without it sticking out. You know.
Oh wait a second. I think I see. It's a little more rounded.
Yeah, there was a re-release.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was a slightly smaller device, to be fair.
Yeah, and it was less taco shaped.
This still sound like you're talking or listening to someone yell into a cave when they're talking though. Hey, how's it going? It's okay. I'm alright, dude.
Alright, well I'll show both of these because I don't know which is which.
Yeah, it's fine, dude.
There's the LL and the QD. Whatever.
The QD was the
QD was the re-release.
Yeah. Alright, so there's the LL.
The LL
Look at that. Wouldn't you just love to have that slapped up against your face?
Yes, turn sideways, screen facing out with your finger on the screen.
Yes.
Talking into where the red button is.
This was not a touchscreen device, by the way.
No, it was not a touchsceen.
No, it was not. You had to use all those buttons. Look at that D-pad
over
on the side there.
Look how wonderfully tall that screen is, too.
And there we go. And there's the other one. So one of those is the re-release. I think
that one you're showing there is the re-release.
The bottom one? Okay. Oh, yeah, actually, you can tell because it has a slightly nicer D-pad. So there you go. Yeah. That was the Nokia N-Gage. Little history lesson for you folks.
It's just a better layout of buttons and everything, too.
So you would have, and then you'd actually use the number pad for, game controls as well.
I know, it's so stupid.
I mean, people were comparing it to the time. It was like having a small PlayStation.
Yeah.
It had very similar graphics.
It was color screen.
Games.
Full color
screen. Colors.
Yeah.
256 color screen.
Yeah.
It was a PlayStation phone too. If you guys remember.
It kind of makes me sad that nothing else there wasn't this did so poorly that they rethought it and maybe like made it just a dedicated game console or a dedicated handheld and maybe improved upon it, maybe widen the screen a bit.
If you think about it, though, in some ways it's like a precursor to the smartphone because it was incorporating a lot of those early internet features as well as the cell phone features, plus giving you games. So it's it was the right idea, but it wasn't quite the right time for it. Like it didn't.
The more I look at this, what it reminds me of? The
touch screens changed everything for that.
You know what I believe that this may have put the bug in the mind of a certain company. The PSP.
The PSP.
Well, Sony I have a PlayStation phone, dude. They had one for a while.
Oh, I know, but that was
You can play games on it. It was cool. I almost bought it.
I'm gonna say that this probably had a little bit of an influence since it played games that pretty much looked like a PS1. This maybe put the bug in the ear of Sony that said, "Hey, maybe the idea of mobile PlayStation games." So
was that the Sony Xperia Play?
The phone? Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
I almost bought it, dude. I ended with the slide out keyboard guy.
I will show the folks here to see you can see it. This is the portable PlayStation, folks, and it's also a phone.
It was a Nokia Kick or something like that.
It slides out. And it slides out, and there's your controllers right there.
I literally almost bought that thing.
Actually, it looks pretty neat.
It was pretty neat. I used it in the actual in the Verizon store.
It was the first time I'd ever heard someone talk about feeling like it's rubbing nipples in a negative way. Because those two little circles are touchpads. Those are supposed to be the dual joysticks. They said it felt like it was rubbing metallic nipples.
It was weird.
It was weird.
But I mean, it would just take time to get used to.
And I never liked the concave design of where the buttons were, and there was not enough tactile feedback because they all ran on those little momentary, tiny little micro switches. That there's no travel to the button; it was just click on off. And they were very.
Now there's the first smartphone. I mean, look how smartly dressed that guy is wearing it or using it.
I like how you put it right over my face.
Actually, I'll put it over Cass's face. That's probably more appropriate.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Hi, Cass.
Perfect.
How's it going? Hope you're well, sir.
You're just like,
I am well.
Good.
I did some power repair today, and it actually went okay.
Nice. I like when my friends are well.
I only broke one bolt.
Excellent.
There you go.
Unbreakable.
Yep. It's a sickening feeling when I was like, I'll just get it a little bit tighter and snap. And suddenly it's spinning freely.
Good one.
Good news is, though, it broke on an angle. So
we're actually able... Did you broke?
A bolt for the valve cover on my engine.
Oh, a bolt. I thought you said a bowl. I thought you said that you'd
said a bowl, so I was
Sorry.
confused.
I thought that you'd said you'd gone to visit a friend and were glad that you only broke one of their bowls. It's a new record.
You usually break more when you go to your friend's house.
Well, I don't, but maybe that's an ongoing thing with you. I don't know.
I haven't seen you guys in a while.
I was just gonna say,
don't go in the kitchen. Oh no!
Just hear like a fire alarm's going off. There's flames coming out of the fridge. You're like, how is fire coming out of the fridge? How?
The fridge.
How?
It's like Homer setting the cornflakes on fire.
Yes. But that proclaims in
before he proclaims that he doesn't know how to cook.
That's right.
He makes a bowl of cereal that catches fire.
Yep.
But anyway, because the bolt broke at an angle, there was still enough of it sticking out of where I was trying to thread it in. So we were able to get, I'm just going to ignore Sean.
Thanks, JL. No, JL was playing a sound there.
Oh.
Yeah. The Wow, You're an Idiot one for Homer. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we were able to get a pair of pliers on it and basically just turn it to get the broken piece out.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's good.
So that was good. And then actually what's really funny is there's a long standing joke about Japanese cars, how every single bolt on them is a 10mm bolt.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know why, it's just that's the size they use for pretty much everything. So
Yes, it is.
I took one of the bolts that's actually meant to secure my ignition coil in place, and I used that where I broke the other one, and it actually fit.
Oh.
Wow.
So,
Good.
so I've got that as a temporary setup until I get a replacement bolt, but I wanted that clamped down.
But now that other thing isn't firmly secured.
That's why you got a twist tie for that thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, the ignition coil isn't the bolt on the ignition coil is really just like an extra thing. The ignition coil will basically sit on top of the spark plug anyway.
Right.
The bolt's just to kind of hold it in place, but so it's not critical.
actually, I've got one of those.
I'll just take one of the lug nuts to secure this thing. That'll be fine.
I've got one of those PSPs as well, Duncan, and it is jailbroken. It has I think, an NES emulator or something on it with a bunch of games.
I have to say, Duncan, that the idea of the UMDs is probably one of the dumbest things they ever did for the PSP.
Yeah, I never understood the point of that. Like, really?
Mini, like, you literally went backwards here, people.
I want to watch movies on this tiny screen and only ever be able to watch this movie on this specific screen.
Was I the only one that was reminded of CD caddies from back in the fucking early 90s?
Yeah.
I actually wish
That's literally what it was.
It
was CD caddies for fucking mini discs.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
I wish those CD caddies for like where you put the CD in a thing to put inside the drive. I wish that was a thing. I wish that was how CDs came because they would be more protected.
Yeah.
If you bought an album, it was already encased in a thing that protected it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I wish that was a thing, but that never became a thing. I was annoyed.
See,
just charge me $2.
I remember when a friend of mine's older brother bought a PSP, and he was showing it off to me, and I was so disinterested because he was trying to get me to watch the first Spider-Man movie on his fucking PSP.
Just to crowd around the PSP.
Right here.
You know what it reminded me of?
I got 3001.
You know what disc caddies always reminded me of was CEDs, that early disc format of video discs, because it was the same kind of idea. They were always in that case, and then they would be offloaded into the player, and it would spit out the empty case. And then you'd put the case back in to get the disc out again. It's kind of
those are basically records. You really they're basically records.
Pretty much.
Yeah. They're video records.
They were the drive caddy versions of Laserdiscs.
Yeah.
They're analog.
They were. Yeah. Except they weren't. They were about VHS resolution. They were a little bit better than VHS, but still not as good as Laserdisc. Actually, let me just. I'll grab mine since we're all showing off our PSPs.
Yeah,
look cool. Yeah,
I have two 3001.
Wow,
no, Dale. Spider-Man on PSP was not revolutionary.
Haven't used this guy for a while.
Not even close.
But got a few games.
No, all I'm gonna say is Spider-Man on PSP JL lacked resolution. Not revolutionary.
It
was
is.
revolutionary.
Oh, hold on. Mine is a 1001.
Oh, yours is older than mine.
Oh, so, yeah, yours is an original release.
Yeah,
that's all.
It's got. But yeah, it has a game emulator in it. It's got like all.
Yeah, the 1000s are easiest to mod.
Yeah, it's got a lot of
stuff.
One
of the best things that ever happened at Target was they brought out a pallet of stuff that was not sold on Black Friday, and I bought 4 PSPs for $30 a piece.
Nice.
I don't have a PSP anymore, but I still have the tools I used to mod my old one.
Oh yeah.
I have a tool battery. And I have a tool battery maker.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, because the whole thing was that you had to open up your battery and snip a wire on it, and it turned it into pretty much a developer mode battery that put it into a BIOS mode.
Yeah.
Well, this did it for you.
Well, they got a head full of games for it. Of course, Loco Roco and Patapon. Both of which I think are coming out on PS4 now, aren't they? Like I seem to recall seeing a trailer.
Patapon, I believe, is
and Loco Roco. I remember seeing a trailer for that. And I was like, sweet! Play Loco Roco on the big screen. It'd be awesome.
There's actually a game based on Loco Roco on Steam now.
Is there?
God, I forget what it's called, but I'm going to look it up.
Loco Roco was fun. I liked that one.
They don't have any...
It's already out. Okay, that's what I couldn't remember. I remember seeing the trailer for it a little while ago, Major Motoko. But,
because I won't have a PS4 anytime soon.
The PS
They
Vita
get one
is
just before the
officially
PS5
dead.
comes out.
Jail. Sony, actually, just recently, the last couple months or so, Sony has officially discontinued the PlayStation Vita.
Yeah. PSP
They're
was
not
way more
supporting it
successful.
anymore. Vita is officially dead,
Oh.
and in the eyes of Sony, at least.
As in, they're not developing for it anymore.
Go, it's
No,
probably
they're
got
not
one cheap now.
Yeah, so now you still just gotta wait a little bit before the, mods catch up to the latest firmware.
Yeah.
But once that happens, you don't need to worry about updating anymore.
Nice.
Yep.
So
Yes, they are getting really fucking cheap.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting to the point where GameStop will only give you like $10 fucking bucks for a PS3. It's ridiculous.
What?
PS3.
That's
Well,
ridiculous.
it's the cheapest fucking Blu-ray player you'll ever buy.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
saying.
That's true. I wouldn't mind actually picking up a second one. Like, if I can get one cheap.
I have a second one on my bed, actually.
Yeah.
My original PlayStation.
Maybe get a
is
slim
on my
one.
bed. Yes,
I'm going to
the
make
other
some
one-
food. I'll be back, and then let's maybe do our pickups.
Just search for PlayStation Vista. Thanks, Windows.
PlayStation Vista.
Fucking sakes. I don't know, guys. I'm
Uh,
sorry. Just fuck sakes, man. Trying to see what cheap Vitas I can get on eBay here. Oh, for about like $900 you can get one, like pretty much. New.
Honestly, JL.
Whoa, $100.
Actually, I'm actually not sure. I mean, I could see if they do,
Yeah.
but
Sorry.
I don't know. He was asking if he thinks Sony
Yes, for Conan. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry,
will
go ahead.
move their portable games to stuff like tablets and phones. I mean, they do have a pretty interesting presence in the mobile market.
Well,
So
currently Sony's might be bought by somebody, so we don't even know what's gonna happen there.
yeah, so that's where I said I'm not actually entirely sure.
Yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen. It's kind of up in the air.
I mean, I wouldn't say that they would go as far as to dedicate their mobile division to like cell phones and tablets, because they've been dedicated hardware for so long. But I wouldn't put it past them to have maybe a line of re-released maybe PSP games released on mobile, released on phones or on tablets or something. I would not be surprised at all. Imagine your cell phone finally getting a Gran Turismo game.
I just want Gran Turismo 4 to actually have 5, 6, 7, 9, 11.
11,
Just more
42.
games that aren't sports. Fuck that thing.
I think they should just finally do what Smash did and just have, Gran Turismo Ultimate or Infinite or something like that. Where
Gran Turismo Forever is what it should be called.
Gran Turismo Forever or something like that.
And
where
what they should do is just be a DLC riddled game, and every what would be
amazing
car separate and it's free.
Is if they create this brand new game that just looks stunning to the eyes, and they release all the cars from all previous versions of Gran Turismo in their original style and resolution.
Zabba the
So
Frog.
you can play the original
Stoudman?
Gran Turismo cars that look like a PS1 car in like a PS4 level universe. Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious and awesome?
Man, did you mean to send Zabba the Frog?
No.
Because that's what comes up. When I click that, it takes me to Zabba the Frog.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Damn it.
Because you search Loco Roco still. You have to right-click on the page. It's a glitch in Steam. Right-click on the
Zabba
page
the
and copy the URL there. That's the problem.
Okay.
You fail at links.
I was like, Zabba the Frog is nothing like Loco Roco. What are you talking about?
There we go.
Big Journey. Oh my god, it is like Loco Roco. Oh yeah, okay, I want this. Big Journey. How much is this?
Pretty cheap too. It's only like $5.
It's $5. Damn.
And then when it goes on sale for the Steam sales, it's like $1. So
Here's a random question. Is Slime Rancher still a thing?
well, what do you mean by a thing? Popular?
I mean,
No,
like, is it still streamed on Twitch?
not really.
Okay, I was just curious.
But
That means there might be a niche.
pretty good game, in my opinion. And
Those farming sims.
I just keep waiting for it to drop lower in price, and it just the lowest it's gotten is like $9.
Which Monster Rancher used the CDs to like catch monsters?
Wasn't that the PlayStation version?
Yeah, which one? There's like 4 games.
I want to say the original.
Because I want to play that, and I just want to just throw in Blu-ray discs and see what happens.
Yeah, I want to say it was either I think either just the original or the first 2.
Because that would be fun to play, I think.
Because I remember doing that with a friend of mine with his, because he was a big music fan, music collector, doing it with all of his albums.
Great beast. So, yeah. I can swap the disc. Some of them, like the white one, you can't swap out. When you open the door, it's not compatible. It like turns it off.
Yeah.
Radio signal or whatever. So like the Monster Rancher games aren't. Yes, it was also a show jail. So I have a big gray beast PS3, a PS1, I mean. So I just want Monster Rancher to play on it now, or whatever Monster Rancher it was that let me use CDs to.
That's what I was. Thanks,
more.
Major Potoko. I was trying to remember the name. World of Goo. And that was the other game I was trying to remember.
World of Goo.
World of Goo.
That was imagine. I guess the modern equivalent would be Bridge Constructor. Imagine.
World of Goo, apparently.
Imagine Loco Roco mixed with Bridge Constructor, and you have World of Goo.
Yeah, I have World of Goo.
I think we all should have a copy of World of Goo. It was like one of the first Humble bundles ever. If you go back and look at your Humble store, and go look at some of the, I think the weekly bundles that happened like 6-7 years ago.
World of Goo.
World of Goo is in there.
I have it.
Along with games like Frozen Synapse.
Wait a minute.
Remember those?
Do I have Frozen Synapse?
If you have the Frozen Synapse bundle, you should have World of Goo.
I don't have Frozen
You say I have it, I have to acknowledge I also have over 1,000 games on Steam, so
I only have like 300.
I have it.
I only have 300 games. Almost all of them are from bundles, so it's not really something to brag about.
Yeah, actually, let me go to Humble.
It's not like I bought $360 games or anything.
I forgot I
I
had.
have the thing where I don't pay more than a couple dollars for any game for the most part.
Same here.
I'm really stingy with games.
Basically, if there's a game that I actually intend to play, like right fucking now, I'll spend more than $5 on it. But
I can.
if it's
I'd say
something I
that
don't
maybe
know, I'm just like, okay, no more than $1 or $2. No.
less than 5 games a year I buy at full price. That's how I make so little money in my life right now that less than 5 games I can afford a year full price.
I mean, I'm still glad that I got Sea of Thieves, but knowing that I have to wait for you guys to be able to afford it.
Yeah, I wish I owned it. I would love to be streaming it right now, dude. Oh my god, I have a whole other group that is playing it too. I could be getting so much content. The content, man.
The lore.
I don't care what the fuck. I want content. I want to go hide on people's ships and troll the fuck out of them.
Of course you do.
Wow. I have some Humble Bundle keys that I never used. They were for Desura.
Oh yeah, Desura.
Remember fucking Desura?
Yeah.
No.
You don't remember? They wanted to be like Steam. I want to be like Steam.
How do you spell that?
It seems like what's sorry.
DESUR.
When I come back, I have to go pee too.
It was a game series.
Oh, I remember now.
You remember Desura?
Yes, now I remember. Yes, they had a bunch of little indie games and shit on it, right?
Yeah, they were one of the first supporters of Humble Bundle.
Oh. Probably have some of those too, to be fair. And yes, I made a Catherine was released on Steam. I really wanted it. I've wanted it for PS3 for years, and I just never picked it up. And now it's on Steam. Since I don't have a capture card, that means I can get it on Steam and play it now. But I don't have it. So
Itchy.
I don't have money.
Stop the itchy. Yeah.
I don't have any money because there was a good eBay deal, and so my very limited fun money went to buying a bunch of movies on eBay because there were some good deals. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of fun money, and generally don't have a lot of fun money. It looks like I get a lot of stuff. I'm just really good at getting deals, like Stoudman. Just not a lot of local deals, and unlike Stoudman, he gets better deals than me because of that.
To be fair, when you do find local deals, like at garage sales or whatever, it's usually really cool stuff.
I guess I've never found anything. I've found a few things that made me go, "Oh, this is awesome." But like,
you got for free, like
a few things are
an
like
FPS game that you got for free.
I got Super Metroid for free. Someone just handed it to me. They're like, I don't have the. I was like, do you have the console for this or anything else? And he's like, no. Like, how much you want? I was like, let's take it. Like, all right. That was Super Metroid. Best thing I ever found. But that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And nothing since.
In between.
I've gotten some good VHSs. I've got them right here. And this drawer system here. But, like, that's about it.
Far between, I should have said, yeah.
I would say every year I maybe found 5 or 10 things at that thrift store. Tops. And the garage sales I rarely find anything. It's usually old people shit. And that's just the way it is, man. I live in the middle of nowhere. And all the good deals are far away.
God. I went back and looked at the very first bundle I ever bought. And you know what the games it came with?
What?
It came with Adam's Zombie Smasher.
Okay.
Steel Storm Burning Retribution. A paper-looking game called And Yet It Moves. Hammer Flight. VVV. Remember that one?
I had that game.
Yeah. Cogs, which was just another cog-based puzzle game. And then I think the reason why I bought it, Crayon Physics Deluxe.
Yes.
Oh, I don't have that
game. The game was really cool.
Sure was.
I like the idea of it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So I'm just making some nachos with some habanero, like Tex-Mex from Cracker Barrel cheese and some ground beef. So eating some ground beef like a big loser who eats ground beef.
What kind of a loser eats ground beef? John,
what?
Just dump the barbecue sauce on it like your steaks.
Link is gone. Everybody was talking.
What?
All right. This is the game I'm putting in the chat here that is based on Loco Roco.
Big Journey. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. Just from immediately looking at it, it looks very Loco Roco like. Very pretty.
Yeah. I got it in a bundle since we're just talking about bundles.
Nice.
You know what dead game I miss? I really enjoyed Brink. No one liked it but me. It was a shame. I really liked the world it was in.
Nobody.
I found a box copy of that PC version at a yard sale.
It's unplayable. The servers are dead. There's no.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought was hilarious. Is
Brink.
I knew this, and I talked to the guy, and he was going, "Oh yeah, it plays great." Blah blah. blah. Just feed me all this stupid shit. I'm just like, oh my god, dude, really?
So I guess it was online only.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate. Yeah, I remember.
I mean, now you can play it now,
yeah.
but servers are custom servers. But...
Oh yeah.
No, I don't even know anyone who plays it. It's like they're gone.
No,
you can't do anything.
It, but...
you can't even play against bots anymore. I don't think it works at all.
I remember playing a game demo like that. It was when I was doing a lot of first impressions of PS3 demos, and there was one like that where it was just dead. It would not let me play a game without connecting with other players, and there was literally nobody in the world still playing it.
Wow.
So, great. Good times. Thanks for coming out, guys. And that's why I hate that shit with their online only requirements. Like, at least give us a single player version of some kind where we can just play against some NPCs just to at least fire up the game later when we want to. And
this is what I thought. I remember this. It was re-released. It was re-released on Steam on PC with free to play. It's free to play.
Oh, it's free to play now.
Yeah, but the top review is a thumbs up, and it says, "Here's to all the people who still play Brink. All 3 of us. Go team!"
Yeah, right.
Free to play? Holy shit. Because I own it. I bought it. I pre-ordered it. That was one of the few games I pre-ordered in my life, and I played it.
Was that on Steam?
And I died. Yeah,
it's free to play on Steam now?
Yeah, it's free to play on Steam and has a whopping $4 worth of DLC.
Oh, I recognize this. Yeah, I've seen...
DLC already, apparently.
Come on.
And all 3 of its DLCs equal $4.97.
I mean, we can play this as a group, because it just requires us to co-op and play.
Holy shit, Stout. You fucking troll.
That's my job, you fuck.
Let me see. It says FPS, action, multiplayer, parkour, and shooter. Awesome.
Dude, someone played it on January 1st and said it's not that bad, actually. So, if it's free to play, we should all play it sometime.
Yeah, if it's
really
free to
cool
play.
game. Fucking loved it.
Sure. Yeah. No, we can give that a shot. I'd be down.
As long as we're on the same team.
I want to shoot John in the face while parkouring over.
Oh, there it is.
I think we work as a group against bots to achieve a goal.
Yeah, I think that's the way they made it. Is they did a
yeah.
single player mode that was all.
There's
bot-based.
there's the top comment you're talking about from Dumbass McCliff Jumper.
Yep.
Here's to all the people who still play Brink. All three of us. Go team. Yeah. That's great.
I love his name. Dumbass McCliff Jumper.
Yeah. Perfect.
There's Alucard.
Yeah.
Skeleton.
I really like
My personal favorite, Frank.
Good old Frank.
Good old Frank.
How did he even get that username? He
Flash
must have been here at the dawn of Steam.
Holy shit, they went on to do like Batman Arkham Origins.
No,
Same studio?
he's Steam level 2.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, those are two games that he did after that. Dirty Bomb and Batman Arkham
Published by
Origins.
Bethesda.
Yes.
Yeah, see that I think that's why a lot of people were so excited for it is because it was a Bethesda title.
Mm-hmm.
It's called. Hold on, Duncan. It's called Forever Night.
What's Forever Night?
Well, he's getting back into vampire stuff, and he was asking me. There's that Vampire Detective series you mentioned that I'm really interested in checking out. However, I forget its name.
Yes, Forever Night. Also, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines is a really good game if you're into like if you want some first-person vampire game action.
Yes, most postmodern Land Shark Milk Creek's been doing Blu-ray stuff for a little while now. They've been doing, actually longer than that, about 5 years, I'd say now.
Yep.
But they started out just putting out some, better prints of some of the stuff they'd released from their public domain collections, and then since then they've actually picked up quite a few licenses to do stuff. They put out a lot of TV shows on Blu-ray that they got from Universal. I've bought quite a few of them. And good stuff. Really good Blu-rays. They don't muck about with the transfers. They just put them on as is. And as long as they got good transfers from the studios, they tend to look really good. I have yet to be disappointed with any of their releases. So the only thing is they tend to be bare bones.
Yes. I have Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines actually at Major Telco. I would love to play it on stream. I don't want to get into like the heavy games until I actually have an audience.
Yeah.
I don't have an audience. I get 5 to 10 if I'm lucky people.
I have...
You have more of an audience than I do. I mean, like, people actually come constantly interacting in chat.
I also have Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Actually, purchased, I have, like physically, I have the previous Vampire the Masquerade game, Redemption, which is pretty good. I heard it wasn't as good as Bloodlines. For Bloodlines, they refined it a little better, but... I'd like to get the Steam version of Redemption because I imagine the disc version I have probably doesn't work properly on modern systems. It's nice to have all the documentation in physical form, though, and the package.
Yeah. I mean, I have the Masquerades through the Bloodlines through the Steam.
But those are ones I definitely like to play because that's a way that I think I would enjoy kind of diving into into that world, and because I really liked the TV show they did, short-lived though it was, and I really, really liked a lot of the novels that they did. I read a bunch of those, and I only played the actual role-playing game a couple of times. There was a group of people that I knew that ran a weekly session, and I sat in on a couple of them. But
I loved the game, but I can't run it. I don't know. I know the lore a lot, but I don't know enough to like run the game. I'm not confident enough with characters and like.
Yeah.
But like. I love Vampire the Masquerade. I would love to get a GM and play with you guys. Seriously.
Yeah, it's a great lore to that. I really liked the whole backstory they got.
We'd be Los Angeles Anarchs fighting the system, man.
There you go.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So if you're a GM out there and you can run a good Vampire the Masquerade and you want to run for us, just hit me up at Skinslip@gmail. We'll work out some details.
There you go.
Because I want to get these motherfuckers in.
Because there's ways, Skinslip knows a few sites where you can actually run tabletop games over the web. And
Roll20?
Yeah, roll. Was it roll 20 or roll D20 or? Just roll 20. Was it just roll 20?
Roll20.net.
Okay. Yeah, that was a great one. We played that Pathfinder campaign there, which was a lot of fun while we were doing it. We all kind of drifted away, but
yeah.
But it was good. It was fun. Like, and the system worked really well.
I don't like running fantasy. Is the problem.
It's good to have. Oh, really? What's your preferred genre?
D20 Modern. I know the system on the back of my hand.
Like what? Sorry.
D20 Modern.
D20 Modern.
Yep, it's the same thing as it's basically the same system as Pathfinder. It's just not. It's geared for modern settings.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And so, like, I'm actually have a notebook.
But what type of
modern.
But what type of things do you like to run? Like what types of stories?
See, I don't stick to one kind of genre. So you end up in like horror movies and slapstick comedies sometimes. You're trying to get bumbling idiots and like. Okay. You have to do like a escort quest for the biggest fucking slapstick idiot in the universe.
All right.
Bro, I do a lot of conspiracy stuff, a lot of X-Files type stuff.
Nice. I pictured if you didn't do fantasy, maybe like something cyberpunky would be.
I don't do cyberpunk either. I like the modern setting with mixing in things like that, like other ads. So like, I'd love to do a superheroes game. Mm-hmm. I would love to run a superheroes game.
Cool.
So that would be that'd be the other thing. But I'd like to play in a superheroes game even more. But that's the thing is, I always had to run a game, and I just want to play in a game. I want someone else to run a game for us.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true. Yeah, because that is something you miss out on when you're actually the one running the game. So sometimes it's just more fun to be a player.
It's almost always more fun for me.
Yeah.
Some people really like the idea, love the act of creating, and that's cool.
Yeah.
It's not
no, I did. Actually, I used to run a lot of sort of homebrew RPGs for my friends when I lived out in Manitoba. We would get together, a few times a week and just play for hours. And I would just make up these scenarios and take them through stories, and we had a lot of fun with it. It was very freeform. There wasn't much dice rolling other than for combat. And then... a simple points system for determining their abilities and things like that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I never really played it as a player. I just played it to run them through. And my joy came from seeing what they would come up with to deal with the scenarios that I put them into.
Oh, you would love me. I'm always out of the box, dude. Always out of the box.
So that's good. That's fun. That keeps it interesting.
Just ask Stoudman. I have a way of confounding GM's expectations by a lot.
Oh,
I was in one game, and I was a Minotaur, and there's this trap in front of us, and I was like, okay, how thick is the wall to my right? I'm going to charge the wall. And we just circumvented the trap by just breaking through the hallway and walking around.
There's one I posted in the tabletop board on the Discord. I'll just read it real quick. Says, your druid is sneaking through the campsite, and a few soldiers start walking towards her general direction. Druid, I turn into a tree. DM, the camp you're sneaking through is in the middle of an open field. Druid, shit, I'll turn into a tree anyway. Soldier, hey, has that tree always been there? Druid, I've been here for weeks. DM, roll to bluff. Druid, natural 20. Soldier, well, the tree would know better than us, I suppose.
That's great. However,
oh god,
per the rules of GMs, skill checks aren't critical rolls on skill checks aren't an immediate success. Only saving throws and attacks are immediate success of the critical hits.
Cool. So pickups.
I'm sorry to ruin your fun.
Just stomp all over the joke.
It's hilarious.
With a big ass, well, actually.
Look, now here's the thing. As a GM, I would still allow that because you rolled a fucking 20. And
actually,
holy shit, that story's amazing. I would absolutely allow that just because of the memory behind it.
Absolutely. And that's
I never follow rules. I make up my own shit.
Yes, you're quoting the rules. But that was my point, was just how you were saying you like to do shit, like just random shit like that. I was like, oh, like this thing I posted the other day might be something you would do.
If you turn into a tree in a field and you rolled a 20, I'd roll him, like, well, he got less than your roll, so you bluffed him.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You roll once for the player, once for the non-player character that they're trying to bluff, and just kind of figure it out.
Exactly.
So if the soldier rolls a 1 and the player rolls a 20, then yeah, obviously
Yeah.
You could.
And your 20 plus your skill might be higher than he could possibly roll.
Yeah.
And that's fine too. And then you succeed. All right, you win.
Exactly.
Because, like I said, there's no criticals on skills, so they can't. Because here's the thing about D&D is there's no skill, no critical strikes on skill checks, right? But you can be a level 1 character with a sword, and if you critical hit a dragon, it doesn't matter what kind of armor he has, that motherfucker's gonna get hit because you just hit a critical.
So Duncan says, I found Forever Night on Amazon UK seasons 1 to 3 for £100. Luckily, I can import the cheaper Region 1 DVDs and play on my multi-region player. Are the Region 1 ones cheaper? Because they've been out of print for a while, and I keep seeing them going for collector's prices whenever my friends try to find them. But if you can find them cheaper, go for it.
£100 is like $50. Can I buy your copy?
No, it's like $150, dude.
Oh, that's about the same price, actually. I take it back.
Yeah. Or whatever.
About $50 volume here.
It's not. Yeah, it's worth more than the American dollar. Then again, everything's worth more than the American dollar right now.
It's like about $50 a season here.
Well, it was when it first came out. Actually, it was more like $75 when it first came out per season. But let me see what they're going for right now. I'm just gonna take a quick.
I think Volume 3 is the one that's the hardest to find.
Yeah, I think it had a lower print run.
It's about $1.28 American or $1.70 Canadian.
Oh, wait a minute. I think they might have re-released them. So I see Forever Night Season 1 is $10.
Holy shit.
Season 2 is $10. Season 3, $50.
Fucking Christ, really?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. There's some used and new offers as low as $12. Alright, I guess it, for some reason, is no longer sought after, so it's cheap.
UK release for 24. I mean, you know, just saying.
Actually, no, even here. Well, no, dude, that's the UK release, but there are used and new offers for $12. I think $49.58 was actually the original price. Oh no, it's from Discount Entertainment. Yeah, you get it used for cheaper. Newer, it's more expensive, but still, I mean, that's way less than I usually I was seeing it go for before. So
100% impressed, I swear.
So yeah, Forever Night, it's awesome. You guys should check it out. Great stuff. I'm gonna go check on.
I'm going to eBay.
And also, don't forget to pick up the Nick Knight TV movie starring Rick Springfield, because that was actually the first appearance of that character, and the TV series was adapted from that. The pilot of the TV series is kind of a remake of the TV movie, changing some things to make it more open-ended to be the pilot of a series, whereas the movie had kind of a finite ending.
Is that volume? I just found 1 through 3. Oh, they're not sealed. They look like sealed. I thought they were sealed. I was like, holy shit, sealed 50 for all 3? Oh, I wish you could afford it. But no, like, not right.
Yeah, I gotta sit down and watch all of those again. I've seen most of them, but.
So you can find some reasonable copies for as expensive as $25, as cheap as $7.
Yeah.
Season 1 and 2. Season 3, season 3.
And those are like full seasons. Those are like 22, 26 episode seasons. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Season 3 is like $30 minimum.
That's perfectly reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like half the price of what it originally retailed for.
And I'm including shipping in my price assessment. So when I say $30 minimum, I mean it's like 24 plus $7.
I'm gonna go check out my nachos because it smells like they are just about done, and then we'll get into pickups.
Ooh, ooh. But yes, I need to get Forever Night. It's one of those shows I wanted to get. I need to get Kindred. They released Kindred also.
I went to Comic-Con as Uncle Ben. The goal: die in front of as many Spider-Men as possible.
Terrible. I just thought Kindred the Embrace got a Blu-ray. Am I wrong, or is it just a DVD? Oh, Sean has no headphones on.
Sean.
Shun.
Oops.
Shannon.
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 I think it's only.
What is that?
I need to get Kindred the Embrace. I really do. It's another one that's a great show that ended after only 6 episodes. Based on the White Wolf. As it's full circle. We went back to the White Wolf.
I want Gatorade for a reason. Oh, yeah.
What's the reviewers like? Oh, nice. Doing pretty good. Oh, he's back to typing without headphones.
Sean!
Shannon.
It's Saturday night typing.
The InSaNiTy.
Hey, listen.
Was Kindred ever released on Blu-ray? You're a whore, and I don't like you anymore. You should shave your head again. You look like a human boob. For Halloween, you the actual boob with a nipple on your head and everything.
Human boob.
Go back to the beard. You look less old with a beard. You left. I apologize.
I apologize. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. I love Calamity Jane. I love that character. Hard talking, hard fighting woman. Take no shit from nobody.
It was constantly drunk, but only like after. No, was she always pretty much always drunk, or was it just?
Or she
I feel like it was just after her friend died, and then she just went on an epic bender that lasted for months.
Yes, it was a bender that ended when she had to take care of people with the chicken pox. Remember? Or whatever pox, whatever. Everyone was getting sick. Remember? That's when she stopped doing an bender because the doc needed help. He yelled at her. Remember this?
Yeah.
And then she's like,
"Doc, by the way, played epically by what's
Brad Dourif.
Brad Dourif.
I was like, pointing out, he
might be one of my favorite roles he's ever done. Oof.
It is mine. Him and Sheriff Hackett from Halloween.
Yeah.
But like, he basically lambastes her. She loses her shit at him, walks off from the woods, and that's when she finds out, I apologize, guy. He's like, shut the fuck up! Saves his life. Yeah, I think that's right. It's been a long time since I've seen it now. But I watched it like 3 or 4 times. It's one of my favorite shows.
I'm glad.
Supposedly they're filming the sequel, the final movie finally. Supposedly, knock on wood.
They announced that they're already in filming.
Yeah, knock on wood, because it's not done yet.
Yeah.
It's not released.
I won't believe it until.
Exactly.
You've learned that lesson from Terry Gilliam, I believe.
Yes. Drop me a trailer, because I don't want another Lost in La Mancha heartbreak, all right? I'm tired of it. That's finally getting goddamn released, though. The Don Quixote film. Finally.
I am I, Don Quixote.
What are you singing?
That's terrible. Song from Man from La Mancha, the musical.
Never seen it.
Great song, man.
Oh, I think I hid that game. That's why I don't see it. How am I? Library hidden.
I didn't do it justice at all, obviously, because of
Pickups.
There we go.
Pickups.
Using actually.
Pickups.
Pickups. Yes, pickups. Stout, what'd you get? Oh, hold on a second. I'll show what I have here. I have nachos.
Nachos. Nacho delivers.
With paste, thick and chunky salsa.
When you said that, it sounded like you said paste, thick and chunky salsa.
Yes, some delicious paste. Get some water.
Blue eaters.
My favorite thing to do is to add a little bit of sugar to paste salsa.
It is kind of lacking something, right?
Yeah, it's kind of dull.
I don't eat that gringo shit.
I get even more gringo than that, though. I actually prefer some of the Safeway brand salsas.
When some motherfucker calls picante sauce salsa,
Ah,
I don't
No.
fucking listen.
all right. Stop. What you get?
I got this shirt. It's a Rocco's Modern Life shirt.
Very nice.
Only 90s kids remember that.
Only 90s kids.
It's awesome. And then I needed a new wallet because mine was falling apart. So I got this one.
Mmm.
It is designed to look like the belt that Han Solo wears in the newer movie. It's got like a metal buckle on it and everything.
Very nice.
Tear the shit out of my pockets.
Excellent.
You know, I have the same problem. I got this. I have this thing here, and this little rescue hook here, which you're supposed to use to like drag friends to safety. That thing gets hooked on my pocket all the time. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Is what I'm saying.
You ever need to drag a friend to safety, you're good to go.
Yeah, dude.
Literally, the last thing I got here was Black Klansman on 4K.
I need to see that so bad.
I wanted to see because, well, it's a Spike Lee produced by Jordan Peele, and it looks pretty fucking funny. So that's it. That's all I got.
All right. And Garbage Gamer, who inexplicably has a ridiculous number of pickups, apparently.
I do. I have 19.
Wow.
Okay, so first one here, the shirt that I'm wearing. It says Highway to Hey Look a Squirrel.
Very nice.
ADHD.
Nice.
So the next thing I got, I did a trip to the old half-priced books.
Oh, good old half-price books.
So I'll start with the older games here.
Okay.
Actually, I'll start with the oldest thing here,
Okay.
which they have a section of just like controllers in bags, and they've tested they work, so they bag them up and sell them for a couple bucks. They had this sitting in there.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't know it was hard, man.
Yeah, and InSaNiTy. And I did a little research before I bought it. Not only does this work on the Retron 5,
What?
Yep.
but it also interfaces in the main screen as a regular mouse.
Wow.
Yep.
So
In fact, you can use a
pretty
USB
sweet.
adapter and use it as a regular mouse on your PC. In fact,
yeah, this is pretty much just a mouse.
it is 100% mouse. It's just
So,
a
yeah,
pin
it's-
routed to that thing, and the game interprets mouse movement. That's the only difference.
Well,
Yeah, it actually,
damn it, Duncan, get some tea. It's almost 8 a.m. What are you waiting for?
Yes, Iceman, it is Mario Paint time. That's what I plan on doing.
Sweet.
So this one I was actually kind of surprised to see because it's the greatest hits version, but it's the one with the alternate cover.
Hold on, I would like to say the mouse pad's the hard one to find of the mouse.
Yeah.
Paint. Sorry.
All right.
So it is the alternate cover art version, the greatest hits release of Star Wars Starfighter.
Well, look.
Oh, I've never
Yeah,
seen
look-
that cover.
Yeah, I had to look it up to figure out what
I have the
how kind of
original cover.
it was.
That's a good game. Fun game.
It was pretty good. I could not beat the final boss, but
Neither could
I enjoyed the rest of it.
I couldn't be the second boss either. My friend had to do that.
So Star
You
Wars
couldn't be the last boss
Starfighter.
either, so.
Hmm.
There it goes.
Next PS2 game I picked up. Finally, the first Kingdom Hearts.
There you go.
Hey,
The proper first says Kingdom Hearts on it. So yeah, so I got Kingdom Hearts. Next one here is I actually picked up a couple new PS4 games. Picked up Wipeout, the Omega Collection.
Oh, I want that.
Oh, nice. What's on there?
I think it's the Wipeout HDs that were on the PS3.
Yep. Nice.
Redone to be PS4 Pro enhanced.
Oh, okay, so 4K. So I was going to say,
Yeah, so it has 4K output.
because
It's all the same game engine, I think.
because it was notable because it was one of the few PS3 games at the time in full 1080p, 60 frames per second.
Yeah, so it has remastered versions of Wipeout HD, Fury, and 2048.
And I believe they all run the same game engine, so it's like really easy. To,
Yeah.
when
It's
when
all
you
just-
roll, you
Just
know.
new tracks and stuff.
Yeah, it has 26 tracks, 46 ships, and 9 modes.
Nice.
Nice, dude.
So
I'm super jealous. I want that.
yeah, I
Mhm.
saw it there. I'm like, it was $4.99.
Oh, wow.
One of the Wipeout games is a PSN only previously.
Yeah, the first one.
Wipeout HD and Fury, actually. Because
Yeah.
Fury was like a DLC for HD.
Oh, okay.
It was an add-on. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I picked up this one. This one was $30, but I've been wanting to get this game for a while. It's a little-known game from Quantic Dreams. It's Detroit Become Human.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's another one.
My name is Connor. I'm the android sent by Cyberlife.
I definitely want that one.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's a Quantic Dream game, so
Yeah.
you've played all those. Yeah, so that's that for the electronics and stuff like that. The bulk rest of my items kind of goes along with this. I found a website that it was called Bad Idea Shirts or something like that.
Okay.
Bad Idea Tees.
You
or
just
something.
got a whole bunch of T-shirts.
Well, they had this deal that sounded too good to be true, but it's actually true.
Uh-huh.
You buy 3 shirts and you get 12 for free.
Holy
12.
crap.
Holy shit, dude! How much are the shirts?
The shirts, I think they came out to about $9.
Holy
So
shit.
$30 to get what? 18 shirts, 16 shirts or something?
Yeah,
15
something
shirts?
like that. I ended up spending a little more because you can only get like one type of shirt. Any
okay.
size that you want, and certain colors cost more and blah blah blah. There's a lot of stipulations to it.
For sure.
So I kind of made some modifications. One of them is I got a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an extra like $15. My order came out to like $58. But even for like $58, I got fucking 12 shirts and a hoodie.
Yeah.
You gotta link
That's
this
pretty
week.
good.
I need new shirts, dude.
Yeah, I want this link too. Actually, I want to check this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the links.
I'll get the link to you guys later. But yeah, so this is the first one. It says ADHD instead of ACDC.
Yeah.
It says highway to, hey, look, a squirrel.
Yeah.
Love it.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. So I'll show the hoodie off first. I got a nice black hoodie here.
Mm-hmm.
And Pass, you're going to love some of these. I swear.
No.
So especially the hoodie.
Shitter's full. Nice. Yeah.
So I got that one.
Merry Christmas.
Shitter was full.
Yeah. The next one here again. Griswold 1983 Family Vacation, A Quest for Fun.
Nice.
Shirt. This is the next one here. I have them like all in their box here. Some of these might be hard to see on camera. This one, it's very. Oh, that's not a good sign.
Uh-huh.
You can kind of see a trend with these shirts.
Uh-huh.
So this
They're
one,
one color. Yes, I've seen that.
this
They're
one.
cheap. What do you expect?
Oh, actually, no. These are actually really nice shirts. They're from.
And cheaper than cost, not in manufacturing.
Oh yeah, cheap in cost. Yeah, not in
Yeah.
quality.
That's why
They're
they're one
from
color.
Gildan. They're heavy cotton.
Gildan is pretty tough.
They're cheap, right? Because they're like mostly 1-2 colors, and that's it. And they're
They
simple.
also do all.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just
Gildan
I want to
does
say here's a white one. Then it's a name tag that says, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. Kill my father, prepare to die."
Very nice.
So there's that one. Next one here. This one's kind of in like their sport gray. Let's see, where's the front of this? So living in a van down by the river. Van down by the river. Let's see, next one here. I needed to get new shirts. I always wore like the same 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I need some like logoed shirts. So this one is
It's good to refresh.
internet was down, so I thought I'd come outside.
that shirt. I'm gonna end up buying. 100% shirt and you down.
That would have been great for me to wear during that big power outage that went on for 2 days.
And sitting in like bonds, like, hey, what's up?
Thought of you, Stoud, when I found this one.
Yes.
You died of dysentery. This
What happened?
Yes, I've seen this poem circled Facebook for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Roses are red, bacon is red, poems are hard, bacon. Yeah, that one made the rounds on the old Facebooks there for a while.
The simple fact that
I want
refers
that.
to bacon makes it wonderful.
I want
Yeah.
that, but I want to say penis instead.
Oh. Okay.
My Yoda shirt this is.
Nice.
That shirt. That joke. Oh.
My dad actually got a couple And one of them says, "If we get caught, remember, I'm deaf and you don't speak English." Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, and it's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Yeah, they didn't have one talking about Illinois Nazis, so I'm just like, yeah.
So you got to pick all these?
Yeah, I got to pick all the ones that I wanted.
Mm.
That's why this one says, "Burn some dust, eat my rubber."
No.
Eat my rubber.
Whatever.
And last but not least here. Let's see, which one is this one? Oh, yes. I think we all need this shirt. I'm only responsible for what I say, not for what you understand.
Yeah.
That's this asshole's favorite shirt.
That's excellent.
I told myself I'd wear this every time I go over to my sister's house.
Perfect.
Nice.
So yeah, that was the main bulk. That's why I had 19 items.
I kind of want to get that shirt to wear for family functions.
Yeah.
But we're not like dress up kind of people. We're just get together kind of people. So.
There's a shirt kind of like those sort of vein I always wanted ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was back when I can't remember the song, but there was a song in around like 2006 that had this one line that said "I'm huge in Japan," and so the shirt was literally just a giant stick figure running down the street, knocking buildings over, and it said "I'm huge in Japan."
Okay.
I'll post it. I posted it there in the Twitch chat. I'll post it in the Cram in the Discord.
Bad idea shirts.
Bad idea shirts, and pretty much they said if you see that banner running that says "Buy 3 get 12 free," that means the deal is still running.
Yep.
It'll run until that you no longer see that banner.
Where'd you post it? Oh, I
Posting
see
it in original
He
Cram.
posted it everywhere.
I see it now.
And this
I
is
really
probably
shot
why
you
they
out of
have
it.
this sale, is so people will do things like this and bring them more business.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh my god, I need this shirt. You know that little thing inside your head that keeps you from saying things you shouldn't? Yeah, I don't have one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I am currently unsupervised. I know, it freaks me out too. But the possibilities are endless.
Yep.
Oh,
I still like.
alright.
There's one right here on the front page that just says, "Shh, no one cares."
In my defense, unsupervised is pretty good too.
Sorry, was that the last of them there, GG?
GG. Yes,
GG.
that was it. I bought another Xbox because my hard drive, the optical drive, died on my old one.
Ah,
So it came with 2 S controllers. I guess that's a thing.
cool.
So okay,
Excellent.
that's it.
All right. Cass, got anything?
Yes, I have 2 pickups.
You're learning.
What?
You're learning.
Learning what?
That when you come to InSaNiTy, you should have at least a couple of pickups.
Yes. Well, my pickups. I have this 2-pronged car charger thing that I got
I need to get one of those.
for 67 cents through
Wow.
Wish.
Wow, that's so on brand. It was cheap, and it's a car item. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually the item was free. That was just the cost of the shipping.
even better.
And I also had this.
Bless you.
I also had this little bad boy arrived in the mail yesterday. It's the latest edition of Dialogue, the official publication for members of the Canadian Payroll Association.
Wow. Where can I get a subscription to that?
What? One side.
Okay, hold on. I gotta make my joke.
Oh.
So that's your penthouse form.
I knew.
Side
Nice.
note, the last time I interacted with this, I need this shirt that says, "The fact that I'm legally an adult is hysterical."
I was just gonna read that one.
That's what I need. That's me.
See,
That's
now,
totally me.
we don't
I
do
believe
any
I'm an
kink,
adult.
we don't do any kink shaming here. If that's what Cass is into, we will respect that.
Yes.
I'm just trying to clarify.
Later I look forward to masturbating and reading about the Canadian pension plan and Quebec pension plan enhancements.
Enhancements.
I like how
eh?
you read that so seriously.
Do you at least, do you at least find someone on Fiverr to read them sexily to you for $5?
Like Harvey
Yeah, I really
Firestein.
want somebody to read this year-end checklist to me.
Dude,
Gilbert Gottfried.
$23.47 from
$23.
I mean, like no joke, dude. I that's actually a really good idea. I might do that. Here, read my finances to me while I can do my thanks.
Skinslip, I found if you were a shirt. I found it.
Oh no.
It says I'll try to be nicer if you try to be smarter.
yeah, okay.
All right. Skinslip, stop looking at t-shirts. What do you got?
Oh, all right. First up, there's a rant involved in this. You guys ready?
Goody. Bring it.
All right. Number one, from the excellent Sterling Silver Comics in Camarillo,
Fuck,
California.
that pisses me off.
I got
Sorry,
Showcase 93, issues 1, 2, and 3, which are this Catwoman story, which, oddly enough, the volume I have of Robin picks up with the last plot threads from this, but none of these 4 are collected at all.
Weird.
So here's the third issue, the second issue, I mean, and a third issue. And so it's an anthology series, so each issue has, like, multiple characters. So this one is Cyborg, Blue Devil, and Catwoman, which is, I think, all for the... Oh, it's for the first 2 issues, and then Flash replaces Cyborg, and Geoforce replaces Flash for this issue here. Now, here's my rant. This was bought... I paid $5 for this issue. It came like this in a manila envelope.
Oh.
Do you see
the
near mint reader spot creases and dings all over my near mint copy that I bought for $5 that was shipped in a manila fucking envelope?
That's
a manila envelope? What without in the word?
Nothing to keep it. Yeah.
It was bent to my fucking mailbox. They bent my fucking comic.
I hate that shit.
So mad. And the only reason I didn't get it from Sterling Silver is because they were sold out. They didn't have it. Damn. Okay. Happens, you know. They don't have everything. Anyway, also from Sterling Silver Comics, which you can find on Twitter, and they do mail order business. That's how I do. That's why I get it.
Is this your local one?
My quote-unquote local. Yes, it's in Camarillo, California.
As local as local gets for you.
Yeah, exactly. He's been my comic guy for about 10 years now.
Nice.
So, you know, I support the guy, and he's always looking out for me. And speaking of looking out for me, he's like, "Oh, Brandon, I know you were looking for this issue for about 2 years now, since that animated adaptation came out or was announced, and we finally got it. And it says $5, didn't pay $5, but I got Batgirl Special #1, the last Batgirl story before she is paralyzed by the Joker.
Nice.
Wow.
So there you go.
Very good.
Boom. Next, I got the second to last volume of the Nightfall saga, Prodigal.
There you go.
So this is Shadow of the Bat 32-34, Batman 514, Detective 679, and Robin #0 and 11-13, which I already have 11-13 and 0 in another trade. So small duplication, but there you go.
That's all right.
Next,
that happens.
Small duplication. Some of the issues of these are duplicated in my Green Lantern Sector 2814, but I got Tales of the Green Lantern Volume 2 and 3. There now. All I need now is Green Lantern: The Road Back, which is like one of the only modern volumes I have missing, and then I need the Silver Age stuff that's been reprinted recently. And then I got New Gods.
Oh, nice. Now, is this one in color?
Yes, this was in.
Oh, there it is. Okay, good. I remember
the newest printing.
You picked up some black and white ones, not forgetting
I picked
they
up
were
a
in
lot
black
of
and
them,
white.
and it was the whole run, but half of them were black and white.
Wow.
I'm making fills again, but my comic guy came through. That was from Sterling Silver also. All right, now speaking of eBay deals,
Definitely got to get that New Gods one.
actually got a lot of 3 movies for $20
Nice.
with slipcover. Got Batman Year One.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Teen Titans: The Judas Contract.
Very nice.
And The Death of Superman.
Finally.
Now, I had no interest in this because I don't know anything about this storyline, so I figured I'd pick it up eventually. But
yeah, it was like
I really wanted this, and I really wanted this. I love this. This is one of my favorite storylines ever. Finally getting adapted better than it was last time, apparently.
Yeah,
and it had a slipcover that was sealed. By the way, this was a sealed one. So.
Nice.
Pretty good job there.
Yeah, Judas Contract. I think it was like a multi-issue story that they did originally.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I have it collected. It's in the trades I have over there. It's like volume 3 or 4, I think. 5. It's one of those. It's one of the mid volumes I have.
I think I might actually have a couple issues of it.
Nice.
Just randomly.
Best find this week. I had this pre-ordered since like July of last year or whatever. But Don Dohler's second film. So I had Don Dohler's first film.
Oh yes.
The Alien Factor.
Yeah.
I have Don Dohler's second film on a limited edition Blu-ray.
I want to get that. Yeah.
This is released by Massacre Video. These also they did Hack-O-Lantern was the other one they did. They have another one coming out soon.
It also
pre-order that.
stars Don Liefert, who was the sort of friendly alien who helped the townspeople in the Alien Factor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love the Alien Factor. Do you have the Blu-ray of that one?
Alien Factor, yeah. I got the signed limited edition Blu-ray.
Oh, lucky bastard.
Just happened upon it. It was just like, oh, that's signed. I bought it and I was like, oh, this one's a signed one. Oh, cool.
The only thing that kind of bothered me about that is it's cropped, because it was originally full frame. But it's been cropped to widescreen. If you compare the DVD to the Blu-ray, it's clearly been cropped. Like, there's stuff missing on the top and bottom.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
You know, what are you going to do, man?
Yeah.
I mean, like, what are you going to do, right?
What you're going to do is leave it 4x3. That's what you're going to do.
No, but I mean, we can't do anything about it. It's the only
Right
time it ever probably be released. It'll not.
Yeah.
Criterion's not going to release it. No one else is going to preserve this. Fred Olin Ray was the only one preserving him until Massacre Video came and did Fiend.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got the DVD of Fiend. You've never seen that one, right?
Nope, I bought it blind because it's Don Dohler. It's Massacre Video Blu-ray. I haven't missed one yet.
It's ridiculous in ways that I'm sure you'll enjoy.
It's number 3. I have
Nice.
the other 2. Hack-O-Lantern and what's the other movie? I have it. I'm just blanking on what it's called. Oh, do I have it over here? I might have it over here. No, I don't remember what it's called. It's out there somewhere. It's on my shelves somewhere. Anyway, I actually have all my DC animated stuff over here because I'm doing eBay searching.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, which ones do I have?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did a check there to see which ones I had, which ones I need, and I realized I'm only missing 2. That's the Superman and Shazam Return to Black Adam one, and then the Superman Doomsday, the original adaptation of that.
Did you get Vixen and the Ray?
I've not got those ones.
Okay.
Those aren't really kind of part of the same thing, but
No, but they're DC animated movies because they were done originally as shorts, combined into a movie. So,
I'll probably grab those at some point. They're not a high priority. I mean, they just kind of.
I want to get them. I really want to get the Vixen one because that one is supposed to be really good. So.
I generally stick to the main ones with like the main characters, like I picked some of the side Batman ones, like Batman Unlimited and stuff like that. But
as far as I understand, Vixen and the Ray are in the TV verse, not the cartoon verse.
Oh, okay.
So.
I don't know. I'll probably get them at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get them eventually because I hear Vixen's really
I have
good.
to be super selective right now because funds are tight. So.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. That's why, like, wouldn't normally get even 3 of those, but $20 for 3 of them with slipcovers. One's brand new. All right, fine. Yeah. I sold the digital copy for Superman already, and I got those 3 for like $10 now, dude. Like, yeah, that's something I can afford.
Nice. So did you get anything else?
No, that was everything.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go quickly wash my hands and I'll show you the one thing I got.
Then I will go pee.
I'm reading through all these shirts. The main pages update change randomly, so it's like.
Yep, I'm looking at them too. I don't even need that many shirts, but for that fucking price.
I was looking at my shirts and I'm like, I'm gonna have to start throwing shirts away. Like that's where I'm like literally going. There are so many holes in this shirt. I can't wear this.
I'm thinking.
I'm thinking like I'm looking. I literally in the morning I have to go. Well, Twitch will ban me for wearing that one. Twitch will ban me for wearing that. No kidding. I'm literally I have so many shirts with holes in them. It's like I gotta start. You know, I gotta start chucking them. And so like I don't. Some of these shirts are stupid as fuck. I never own. But some are truly hilarious. And I totally should own. Especially ones about being an unsupervised and needing an adult. Those are the perfect ones to wear in public.
The one that made me just like giggle was it says I'm an Engineer, cross that out, Engener. Cross that out. Engener. I'm good with math.
I just sent you one, Eric, on Messenger that I was like, I feel like you probably consider this one.
Am I a good person? No. But do I try to make myself better every day? Also, no. Sometimes I have to tell myself it's just not worth the jail time. Something my mom, something she says.
All right.
Actually,
my wife says I don't listen. I think.
I love you, Peter. About 5:15.
Being an adult is easy. It's like riding a bike, except the bike is on fire, everything is on fire, and you're in hell.
Okay, so the one thing I got this week, I was surprised to actually see this at Best Buy, because Best Buy usually doesn't carry stuff like this. They just kind of carry the big studio stuff. But
vanilla stuff.
Saw this, and it was basically the exact same price that Amazon was selling it for. The difference being I could just buy it right then and there and take it home. I got Doctor Who, the first season of Peter Davison on Blu-ray. So nice. This is all 26 episodes from Peter Davison's first season as the 5th Doctor. Loaded. It's an 8-disc set, just loaded with extras. This is pretty amazing. Like thank you. There's a lot of like, you know, one of the extras I always enjoy, and the boys and I have enjoyed, is when they have some of the original studio footage, like just the raw footage of recording in a day in the studio, and you get to see the production process and everything. I find that stuff fascinating, and I love it. And so for this one, they've got studio footage for Castrovalva, 4 to Doomsday, Earthshock, and Time Flight. So 4 of the 6 stories, 7 stories, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stories. Yeah, so all over half of the stories have studio footage for it. I took a look at some of the Castrovalva stuff. Castrovalva alone, they have like 2 hours of studio footage, like actually over 2 hours of studio footage, which is just mind-blowing to me that they have that much. And they got all kinds of stuff. Now, that said, everybody's wondering, like, oh, I hope there aren't any faulty discs like there were with the Tom Baker set. Well, there's been some reports of some minor things. I saw a list earlier today, and I was reading through the list, and I'm like, okay, this is really nitpicky shit. Like, they are not going to do replacement discs for these. You know, it was things like, oh, the annotated subtitle track with production notes was missing 2 things that were on the DVDs. And it's like, yeah, they're not going to reissue it for 2 fucking subtitles that 3 people are going to watch. And then, there was a couple of instances where there was a flash frame that was duplicated for, like, a couple of frames. Or something like that. It was like, okay, nobody fucking cares. Like, there seem to be very unrealistic expectations about, you know...
Yeah, I thought it had to be something like, the episode won't play.
Well, yeah, exactly. And, like, things like...
Or
there was one shot where they didn't blank out the film sprockets on the side. It's like, okay, so, one fucking shot. Who cares? Yeah, there were some instances where there were some people complaining about audio sync issues in one of the episodes. That's something I could see them doing a reissue for. I haven't sat down and watched everything, so I can't really say if I've experienced any of those issues. But yeah, that was the only thing in that list of nitpicky bullshit that I could see them actually issuing a replacement disc for, is if there was an audio sync issue. But that was it, you know. And it was like for maybe a couple of minutes in one of the episodes or something. I can't remember. But,
Come on, kitty.
And it may or may not be present on the US version, which is the one I have. So, that's it. But anyway, looks great. That particular set is notable because they actually have all of the original location film. So all the original negatives for all the 16mm location film for all the outdoor scenes. So they actually went and rescanned it all in high def for the Blu-ray release. So the studio footage, of course, done in standard def PAL video, is just upscales, but the but all the location footage is full high def, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, and there's a few stories there that actually do use a lot of location footage as well, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, you're pretty cute.
Yeah, it has an extended-ish episode of. Actually, no, it does not have extended Kinda. It has extended Black Orchid Part 1. And then it has 5.1 surround mixes for Kinda and Earthshock. And optional updated special effects for Castrovalva. And they also have new interviews with Peter Davison and most of the principal cast as well. Which is pretty cool. So yeah, looking forward to diving into all those extras.
Sorry, I'm giggling because I'm looking at some of the T-shirts.
Oh, okay.
Still, I was reading them off until time, and that's why we're gone.
I just found one. I found one that said, "My drinking team has a bowling problem."
That's pretty fucking funny.
Like, I'm not on a bowling team, but I still want that shirt.
The dude abides, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a kitty in my thumbnail, D-Large. Jeez, chill out.
Jeez!
Want to be on the show.
Jeez!
Jeez.
Jeez!
Like this one. Love is like a fart. If you have to force it, it's probably shit.
Oh my god.
There you go.
That's a really good point, too, actually.
Sorry, what was the first part of that? I missed the first part of that quote.
Love is like a fart.
Oh, yes. If you have to force it, it's probably shit, yeah.
Yep, that's the truth.
That is
Actually,
true.
There's another one. It just says, "I'm not insulting you. I'm describing you."
Oh, The Office update. I just started season 4 today. So.
Cool.
Oh, there's a Dunder Mifflin shirt on the site, by the way.
Nice.
There's a lot of logos and stuff. Like there's the Callaway Auto Part Company from Sandusky, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
You can get that one. There's a bunch of others. There's a one from Dodgeball. The name of the gym.
They got a Cobra Kai T-shirt.
They do.
Mm-hmm. That's a YouTube series.
Oh, I like this one.
Oh, fuck you.
It's stupid.
Why?
It's
It
not stupid.
I know it is, but yeah. Okay.
It was me. I let the dogs out.
Oh, you fuck. Why?
I knew it!
Silence.
Anyway.
It's all your fault, Stout. We just can't get over the fact that you let the dogs out.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't get this one, Eric. It's like in I'll be racist here and just say Asian writing.
I think the term is kanji.
It says holy fuck.
Holy shit.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah. I like this one. It just says, "I'm still kind of mad they never actually told us how to get to Sesame Street."
That's true. I was waiting for directions that whole time.
Take a left and then go here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that second verse that they always cut at a syndication.
That's right.
Pass the bum.
That's what the actual directions were.
No,
Did you say past the bum holes over here?
wow, not even close.
Wow.
I wasn't going to justify that one.
Oh, so Cass and I were talking a little bit about The Office, and we were talking a little bit how we like the character of Creed, just the sort of old man who gives absolutely zero fucks about everything. And
that guy.
Huh?
That guy. I know.
Yeah.
I've never seen the show, but I know the character's faces. Like,
so the character's name is Creed Bratton. So I went and looked him up on IMDb. The actor's name is Creed Bratton.
Yep.
So he actually just went by.
That's the subtle joke about his character.
Yeah.
He gives so little fucks that they didn't even change his name for
That's
the
right.
He's sort of a fictionalized version of himself. It's like because I think he was like a folk music singer in the 60s and 70s or something like that.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
No.
something like that.
And then so I guess kind of the end joke. It's the idea of it's like his music career's over and all that, so now he just works in an office.
And he was in The Ghastly Love of Johnny X.
Oh yeah,
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
he was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
That.
So our good friend and movie director Paul Bonnell actually knows him. Has worked with him.
That's really cool.
And actually knew him, I think, primarily from his music career, because I think he plays the zombie rock singer in it. But, yeah, if I remember correctly. I'm going to have to watch it again now. I want to watch it again for a while.
It's not on Netflix anymore.
actually.
It's not Netflix anymore.
No.
I don't know where it is.
Oh, Ghastly Love of Johnny X?
Yeah.
Well, I had the DVD.
I should probably buy the fucking thing already, huh?
You still don't have it?
No, I don't.
I'm telling
have it.
Paul on you.
Look, I still never bought your fucking DVDs. I'm bad at this shit.
Oh, that's
right?
true.
Even when he offered us free posters,
And I saved all the number 13s for you.
Yeah, I'm bad at prioritizing shit, dude.
Apparently.
Well, also, in my defense, he offered free posters if we bought the movie back when I had no money.
Same.
So I couldn't have
And,
bought it even if I wanted to.
Well, in my case, he sent me like a review copy, so he sent me everything. He sent me the poster, the comic book, the movie.
But you had viewers. The rest of us don't. So that's why you got it
That's true.
for free.
That's true.
Duh.
And then he came on SNI for that 1 week.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
And we had a good
Yeah,
time.
that
We
was
talked
cool.
about the making of the movie and just about random shit. He pulled out like a bunch of props that he still had. And
Yeah, he was really nice. And you know.
Yeah, that was the episode where I discovered at the end I was muted the whole time.
I mean, no way
say
bad.
things to him and nobody was
oh no
hearing
no
me.
no no! I know. I'm just giving you a hard time. But no, I've been basically I've had him as a friend on Facebook ever since. And we
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
see
was
his
I
posts.
added him as well.
Paul's posts every so often.
Super nice guy.
Same. Yeah. I mean, I got his friends request on Facebook. So where's that? Okay, we got that far. It's good.
Never going to say anything to him, but
Yeah, I know, but I like his posts every once in a blue moon when I see them because I don't go on Facebook ever anymore. So.
Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff.
That's what we still had the Google effects. That's actually all I was doing all night was just playing sound effects.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then I would comment something, and then nobody would respond, and I realized it's because I was muted.
The whole time.
Well, and what's funny is I don't notice it as much because it's like I'll go to say something, but everybody talks over me anyway, or farts. And so, like, I just think it's a normal night anyway.
Yes.
I don't realize. I'm like, sometimes I'll be like, "Why is everybody's really talking over me tonight?" And then I'm like, "Oh, I'm still on
Like they're
mute."
being exceptionally rude to me tonight.
Like that would be the cruelest joke ever if we just did that to you on purpose one time. They ignored you
Hey,
entirely.
everybody, pretend Cass is muted.
Yeah, right.
You guys just did that last week.
But not for the whole episode. I mean, like we'll do it for a little bit for a larf, but it'd be cruel if we do the whole episode. Like gaslighting to thinking that there's something wrong with your sound. So like, and you're like reloading over and over again. Or you're like angrily going for like drivers, and we hear the whole thing, and we're just like fucking like trying to make jokes.
By the way,
laughing.
I had a realization today that you'll probably find amusing. I know that Skinslip and the boys have been a fan of the podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, for a number of years now. And I was like, what's the big deal with this Joe Rogan guy? Who the fuck is he? And why do you care what he has to say about anything? Just today, I finally realized who the fuck he is. Because you were saying something about, oh, he used to do commentating for UFC. It's like, well, that means jack and shit to me. Like, that is of no consequence to me whatsoever.
It's a Fear Factor. Right?
Fear Factor and News Radio. That's where I know him from.
News Radio is something I would love to own because that was a truly good sitcom.
Oh, News Radio was great. I loved it.
In an era when
it's
there
cheap,
were
too.
There was a flood of bad and amazing sitcoms. There was just a flood of them. Every comedian got one.
But yeah.
And, you know.
But yeah, now I know who he is. I remember him from, News Radio first, and then he went on to do Fear Factor. And then I remember seeing, and the next time I saw him do anything was a video about Two Girls, One Cup.
Yes.
And he was like watching it. It's like, what the hell? Like, we just get these girls some cocaine and they'll just eat shit all day? Is that how this works? Like,
like
it's like, that's amazing. We got to get her on the show.
I have been a longtime fan. I've been a fan of Joe for probably 6 or 7 years. Just and I didn't care for him. I didn't know about any of the other show things he did. I knew he was a Fear Factor guy, but I just sat down and he has an open discussion for like 1 to 3 hours with somebody with no interruptions.
Yeah.
2 people talking, and they just talk, and he just and the conversations are fucking interesting.
Yeah.
And I've seen him grow as a person.
Mm-hmm.
He was horrendously transphobic, unintentionally so. He's just one of those, I can't believe I have to use this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly seeing now, he's starting to turn around, guys. Slowly turning around. He actually asked someone the pronoun. I was like, oh, he's growing. And that's why I love Joe, because he started out a guy who thought like fuck the moon landing was fake.
Yeah.
Now he knows it's not, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, he's grown as a person, and you got to watch him over
see
thousands
that
of hours of footage.
Wow.
And he knows the funniest fucking people.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for him, I wouldn't know Joey Diaz, who's hilarious.
I recognize Joey Diaz from, like, he's done a lot of bit parts and sort of villain parts and mob guy parts and stuff over the years.
He's that Jersey guy for a long time.
Yeah, I've seen him in a lot of stuff before.
I think he's in The Sopranos, too, if not mistaken.
I would not surprise me if he showed up in The Sopranos at some point.
But no, I mean, he's also in a lot of those dog movies that Owen watches, so he's got, like, gifs of... and in all those movies, Joey Diaz farts, so he's got gifs of Joey Diaz farting in various ways in these movies. It's silly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, his 2 Girls, 1 Cup reaction was hilarious, because, I mean, here's the guy who hosted Fear Factor.
Yeah.
And he was walking away from the computer screen.
Yeah.
That's how you know how bad that is.
Yeah.
He said he talked candidly about his time at Fear Factor. How like at first it was really hard, but like he was dead inside by the last season, and only like 1 or 2 things would make him gag. Just, like there's just a few things that just make him like nope.
It just totally desensitized him to everything. Yeah, I can see that.
Vomit doesn't even faze him anymore. It's like he's just like he can just stand there and watch someone vomit. It doesn't bother him. That's fucked up, man. I never want to be that desensitized. Oh man.
Wow, that's crazy.
I never want someone getting kicked in the balls to not be funny, alright? So I'm just saying, like, that's not too much.
Well, it is one of the all-time classics of slapstick comedy, someone getting hoofed in the balls.
Yeah, but, I know, man.
All right.
And getting hit by football. It works on so many levels.
And was it? It got like George C. Scott to play the old man in the movie adaptation or the remake.
Yeah.
Man gets hit in groin by football. Doink! Ow, my groin!
Oh my god!
God, I love that. I remember just as a kid, just really loving the beer sound effect.
I know.
Just beer.
Oh.
That was a great episode, that one.
Barney's movie has heart, but football in the groin has a football in the groin. That was the one where the Critic came to town, right? And they all did. They had like a movie festival.
Yeah, and the thing I love that I get about it more now is the whole episode was lampooning cartoon crossovers.
Yes.
By themselves doing a cartoon crossover because, of course, the Critic was kind of lagging at the time. And that's what I love.
Oh, there's a lot of little references to that throughout.
They very shamelessly just went ahead and did it.
It's like we're having you here to help boost your ratings. All right. Well, I think we covered pretty much everything here. We've actually gone a little, little longer than we have in recent weeks, so hope y'all enjoyed that. So, are we doing anything tonight, boys?
I'm going to bed because I got to go to work.
All right. I'll probably just take it easy tonight, too.
That's fine. I'm going to hang out with my girlfriend.
There you go. I would hang out with mine, but she's already asleep. She went skiing today. And, and then she had like a grad thing where she was meeting up with a bunch of like students and teachers from her graduating class from nursing school, and because she's apparently one of the big success stories to come out of there because she's got a really good career going out of that, and so they did an interview with her to put in like the school paper and stuff like that. So it was a shining example. Like, see, our education works, and she's proof. So, yeah, so it was pretty cool. So anyway, they had like a big to-do today. So she went skiing during the day with her brother, and then went to the grad thing at night, and on very little sleep. And then she's working tomorrow morning. So yeah, she's getting some much-needed rest. So sweet dreams, sweetheart. Hope you're sleeping well. And we'll talk soon.
Did she watch the show?
She does. Yeah.
Excellent.
She tunes. Well, she tunes in randomly, so I just occasionally will put a little hello out there, and on the off chance you might be watching at that moment. But you never know. Always be good to your ladies, because you never know when they might be watching your show on Twitch.
You just shouldn't shit talk your partner. It's probably a good idea.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't do that anyway. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, that's probably a good idea not to do it.
As
in
a general rule, just don't
Well,
ever shit talk your partner.
Don't be a shithead.
Especially when they're, wonderful like me. So. Exactly, JL. Exactly.
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that meme clip I posted in politics that I made?
What?
Did you see that meme I posted in politics?
Yes.
That I made? Eat the rich one.
The Eat the Rich one. Yes.
I couldn't help myself.
It was amusing. I may have smiled slightly.
Yes, I win. It's a dad joke kind of meme. It's supposed to go like really okay.
Yes.
Like God.
But I like those lame jokes that I can go, oh.
Yeah. So go to my channel, guys.
As one does with lame jokes.
YouTube.com/subscribe. We love me already.
So tomorrow I will probably be working on some more videos. So I'll be streaming all of that. So if you want to come by, chat with me as I'm in between filming, watch my editing process, all that good stuff. I'm basically working on a new batch of closer look videos. Did a little bit of filming for them the other day until I was just all talked out. And then I've got a couple more to do. And then, yeah, and then like that. So there should be a batch of 6 that I'll be working on tomorrow. And, yeah, beyond that, I haven't really got any big videos I'm working on. Just kind of get back into the swing of things. And for those of you wondering why comments are disabled on all my YouTube videos, it's because I'm just sick and tired of them, to be perfectly honest. I mean,
fuck you, that's why.
I like the positive comments, don't get me wrong. I love all the, positive comments you guys leave and stuff like that. But a couple reasons. I was just spending way too much time on the comments because I get a lot of them. Like, I get a lot. I mean, I've got 12 years worth of videos on YouTube. I still get comments on ones that I posted a decade ago. In addition to all the new stuff. So I get a lot of comments in a day. It's a lot to sift through. And then on top of that, there's also just all the trolls and the toxic fandoms that just want to be negative about the things that I love and enjoy. Like Doctor Who and Star Wars and what have you. And I'm so beyond that. I really just don't want to have anything to do with that anymore. So
more than half of my comments are things like, "Move out of your mom's basement, motherfucker! It's a covered porch. Get your shit right." I'm just saying, like most of that shit's like, and I'm tired of responding to it. So just turn them off. Whatever.
So toxic fandom.
I'm sorry to the 4 people who religiously commented positively on my videos. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Dick. So. Toxic fandom bullshit, trolls, just general negativity, and just the time that it takes. So that's why they're disabled, and they're going to remain disabled indefinitely. So if you are one of the positive fans and you want to chat with me, you want to say hey, whatever. I mean, I'm all over the internet. I mean, there's lots of other places you can chat with me. You can chat with me here on Twitch. I'm here all the time. You can come over.
Come to the Discord.
You can come to the Discord. You can chat with all of us over there. And you can. There's also the Facebook fan page. There's Twitter. So yeah, I mean, you can. If you got something you want to say, then by all means, chat with me there. If you are a troll, it just tracks me down to be a dick. I'll just ignore you and block you, so don't even waste your time.
We'll just ban you from the Discord.
That was the other thing, actually. The blocking system on all those other sites is a lot more effective than YouTube's blocking system, which has been horribly broken for years.
It's not blocking at all.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
It just doesn't function
turn
properly.
Off comment, turn on... Jesus.
I'll post the Discord link here, and for those who can't see the space beneath your video, I'll post it here in the chat. There's the Discord link.
There's the Discord link.
Okay.
for those of you who are
Because
here.
I guys know on mobile sometimes it doesn't give you like the lower half with all the links and shit. So, and none of your stuff is a link anyway.
Yeah.
You didn't hyperlink anything in there.
I mean, I totally get why you did it. It's just, a disappointing thing is losing, I guess, the archive of some of those comments and stuff.
Oh, they're still there. I have to turn comments back on in order for us to see them.
Right.
But they're still stored internally.
I'm just thinking of like some of the things I said on some of your videos. Like I think the MMC Retro Journey to the Mall, I think I commented something like, I had to stop halfway through because this was just too much 90s for me.
Oh, yeah.
I was overwhelmed.
All the mullets and the tight jeans and the cars.
It's just like, it's literally going back in time. Like
it is.
Yeah.
Snapshot.
Seeing just what life was like in a little Canadian town in 1990.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that one was 1980. No, it was 1990. Yeah, it was late 1990.
Yes, because you featured Turtle Mania, so.
That's right, of course. Alrighty, well, have yourselves a great week, everybody. As I keep saying, I stream just about every day, so if you want to catch me live, by all means, stop by. Follow, subscribe to the Twitch channel, and you'll get notified whenever I'm on. And yeah, so I do like the YouTube stuff. We do SNI, obviously. I also been playing a lot of games. I'm gonna be doing regular game marathons, do like one a month, and then also do some marathons of just single games, like just do a full playthrough of a game in like one massive sitting. And gonna be doing some stuff like that, so should be good, should be fun. So stop by, have a good time. All right, so thanks for watching, thanks for chatting, everybody, and have yourselves a great week. And we'll see you next time in whatever form that is. Until then, sayonara.
Penis.
See ya.
Go fuck yourself.